Halfway up the spire that towers over the city, the fortress of Gothgul-Gamel has sat empty and quiet for many years. But this day, evil and powerful magic have returned to the dark fortress. The light of the morning sun begins to shine with an immense moon still hanging in the sky. Black clouds circle the spire with dark bolts of lightning lashing at the walls. Tendrils of shadow snake their way out of the clouds and through the doorways of the fortress. Within the black tiled walls of Gothgul-Gamel, a large group of cultists kneel in groups, swaying back and forth and chanting ever louder. In one corner of this chamber, the entropy sphere spins slowly. It is a large sphere of green energy capable of breaching the Bane Warrens and moving celestial objects. It is a power few have possessed and none ever should. On the other side of the chamber, a teleportation circle awaits. Its runes glow brightly, ready to transport to a faraway destination. Close to the circle, 3 orbs hover in the air, swirling with red and white energy. Tethers of magic extend from these orbs and wrap around the bellies of horned demons. The chanting of the cultists speed up the swirling of the orbs and sends pulses of magical energy down the tethers into the demons. A cultist wearing a black robe decorated in spiraled symbols moves quickly through collapsed walls, over several dead cultists, and around his chanting brethren. He walks up to his leader, a thin-haired man with his eyes focused on the entropy sphere. "Kravar, we are under assault by magic outside the spire. Black clouds seep into the fortress walls. The city is rising against us." "It is not the city. Tallis is lost, yes? They have no defense left." "Then what are all these tendrils of shadow that snake toward us?" There is a third deafening ring of an ominous bell. Seems both distant and close. "It matters not. The 7 have come. We will break them and unleash the gods of chaos upon this world. Keep the shadow magic from the orbs so our new allies can gather their strength." Kravar motions towards a group of the demons that look agitated and eager to be free of their tethers. But then, something catches the old man's attention. Having desecrated this fortress with chaotic magic, Kravar can sense every step, every doorway, and every black brick. Someone approaches. Someone has found the only breach into the Bane Warrens. Someone has passed the seal into the inner vaults. Someone has gotten past the Titan. The unimaginable has happened. Someone has come to stop him. "Release the demons, quickly!" And then he sees them entering the tall chamber with grim looks of determination on their faces. A paladin with her shield, a robed wizard holding an ancient staff, a halfling in his lute, and an elf holding an old bow. Kravar's look of strength cracks. He yells at his cultists to get to their feet. He looks at the 4 new arrivals and raises an eyebrow. "I know you, yes!" And we are about to begin our final battle, heroes. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. You can say what you want to say, and we can start.
I think I'm gonna let his bow do his talking.
Valian clutches her rosary beads and looks at each of her friends and utters a prayer. Burkat Hagamel, Burkat Hagamel, which is a prayer of survival.
All right. Valian and Avius and Elmon, who are within 10 feet of her, feel normal. Rill, you're outside of her aura. You feel a sense of dread that emanates from this structure. So you are -1 to all rolls that you make.
As long as I am outside of this?
Outside of the cleansing aura of the paladin, yes.
And would it matter at all that I have resistance to being frightened?
Ignore everything I just told you.
I have the bravery ability as
you are perfect for this. you can sense it, but then there's just this shit-eating grin of just like, yeah, what are we going to do? I mean, really, look where we're at. And you can phase that fear away. You are completely resilient to it. Nice.
Nice.
All right. So we've got this battlefield set up. There's about what you originally thought were 15, turns out to be more towards the 23-ish spectrum of cultists.
Ish.
7 parachuted in.
There's a couple groups of them. There's some strewn about rubble walls that are just randomly in the way. There's some broken rubble that you can walk over. It just slows you down just a little bit. There's a teleportation circle over there. There's some weird demons attached to these tethered spheres, a couple clusters of cultists, and then there's a segmented pit that drops down, you don't know to where, and in the center is the entropy sphere with small little stone bridges that reach out to it. And in the back of that is Kravar, who's stunned at seeing you guys arrive. And behind them, a far side of this, marked in red on our little map, that is nothing but utter dark over there.
You had said something about a door, 6 doors.
Mm-hmm.
Is that?
Yeah. So in front of, I want to do it with my mouse, in front of each of these is a door, and from that door comes a huge blast of green energy, and almost making a spoke-type wheel situation with the entropy sphere in the center, with one of those being non-functional.
Yeah.
This is going to be the one closest to Seth's diagonal, right?
Okay. Can we mark that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially there's a little stone bridge over this pit, and then maybe 5 feet above is a beam of green energy that the door's coming through.
Okay.
And
they
there's
all
one of them that's clear of that energy.
Totally clear, yes.
And now you say door, but like we can get on that pathway if we, were to be so insane as to choose to do that.
The doors would be like just a few feet out from the edge.
Okay.
Do the beams intersect with the orb?
They hit the orb.
They hit the
yes.
orb. Okay.
Five beams hit the orb. Good question. That's your situation. Teleportation circle over there, and that's it. Got you guys lined up.
Okay, so how do we win?
Yeah. All right, I've just rolled initiative. Best of luck to everybody. And up right off the bat are this group of demons. Their tether in the middle group, 2 of these demons, their tethers snap and then fizzle away magically to nothingness. And both of those demons, if you can move them, run over to the teleportation circle. Both of those 2, and they are right there. And they're running as mad as they can with barbed tails, claws, and ignoring you guys entirely and heading towards the teleportation circle. That's the first action of this battle.
Decide if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's all bad. It's all bad.
It's gotta be bad.
We shouldn't be here.
Next up is our first hero, Real Stump Runner.
Woo! I'd like to spend the entirety of my first action and just grin at the elf. Quickly throwing down. Boom. I have a bunch of people in front of me. And I can't tell.
All
who is
these are
next.
cultists?
Uh-huh.
Are these like super cultists?
Yes.
Can't tell who's
They're the ones who have
next.
like missing fingers and appendages because they sacrificed.
They commit.
They committed.
Could you describe what the cultists are wearing in front of me in this larger pile of them?
They're all wearing white or black robes with maybe some bone star necklace type thing hanging off of a shoulder, maybe some braid type stuff. It's very ceremonial, not armored in any way
Not armored.
that you can see.
Okay. My action is to play a brief low tune. I'm not attracting attention to myself. A very low, harmonious tune as the first of my bardic inspirations get applied to who I believe may be going soon, and that would be the elf.
You're inspiring him.
Inspiring him, telling him of tales of elvish. Oddly enough, it's about you, really.
Stories come about him.
Story about how Elmon killed the dragon.
Yeah, the story how elves kill the dragon. And that is a D10 in your position, not a
holy
D8.
crap.
Yeah. Bard, it got upgraded.
And then I quickly move bravely way out behind the paladin.
You bravely run away.
Is it here?
No, like in between her legs,
Okay.
where I can be.
All right. Oh, and behind you guys are a whole bunch of arched doors type things. And then, like, back over here is the doors to the
Doorway.
Titan area, yeah.
Okay.
How long does that bardic inspiration last?
You don't have to worry about it. It's going to be 10 minutes, so
very
I
good.
think we're going to be...
More than your life. All right, next up is Avius Catorum.
Oh, damn it. Give me back that inspiration.
Seriously.
Then we're gonna do some fireball.
Yeah.
Okay, Stevie Steve.
Avius just looks straight ahead towards this small group.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 cultists gathered in the
6
circle.
cultists.
They've all stood up. They've turned around. Some have drawn some blades. They're looking like they're ready to fight. And instead, something's coming their way.
One cultist turns to the other and says, "We're a little close together."
Bunch up, guys. Bunch up.
There's no grenades in this world. We're fine.
Who uses fireball?
Oh yeah, I don't roll. It's a dex save.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just look over in their direction and I say, "Don't move!"
A huge, wet, tumbling, awkward.
Wet?
Yeah, it's like dripping fire.
Okay.
Just napalmish type glob of fire arcs slowly, and everyone can watch it. Everyone knows they should be moving away, but they're all entranced by this violence coming towards them. They're making dexterity saves?
Yeah.
All right.
Where are you throwing it?
Right
There, right in the middle of those 6 guys. Okay. What's your DC? Spell DC.
16.
Okay. All right. What's your damage? The fire erupts. Flames go everywhere. There's screams.
25. Not a lot.
25 total damage.
A lot of...
These 2 cultists go up in a fiery blaze of screaming horror, and they're the ones who dodged out of the... The other 3 enjoy the full blast as well, and they go screaming. And then the cultist fanatic enjoyed all of it. And he takes a massive amount of damage and is still standing, but is badly, badly hurt by that. And you said 25?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I use my move to get as
I just killed everyone.
close to him as possible.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
6. Okay. Next is that cult fanatic. Tapping out, patting out the flames. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He steps 1 closer. Ignores you. And is going to focus on the one that was the attention of his leader, Kravar, and casts a spell on Elmon. It is Elmon's favorite spell that the cultists have cast on him. They haven't cast it on him in a long time. And you feel some tenseness to your muscles.
Oh, paralyzed.
If you can see Elmon now, he is glaring at me.
I would like to cast Counter Spell.
Counter spell. Oh, and these are not the highest level of cultists, by the way.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
Counter spell, what level are you casting it at? Just the basic 3?
That'll be the basic 3, yes.
Okay, you cast counter spell, and Elmon, your muscles return right back to normal. Woo! You hear a little giggle from Rill, not far away, and this flaming cultist is just like, "Come on!" And his spell is wasted. Nice. Next up is another hero. Finally, it is Valian.
I'm going to move into that cultist as far as I can.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're about 20 feet away from him.
Hi, Valian.
Hello.
You're right next to the wizard.
I'll move right next to him.
Okay. You are now engaged with that cultist. You are done?
Yep.
Demons over here struggle at their tethers, do not get free. The other group of 2 demons over there struggle at their tethers. They do not get free. Next up are a whole bunch of cultists.
What the hell?
Yeah. You rolled a 2, and with your +8, you got a 10. Oh. Worst time to roll low.
Can I use one of my inspiration dice for that?
6. And they're moving like crazy. I'm going to approximate this one back a bit. That one's a coward. Can anyone reach those guys for me and move them towards our knight? They can give 12 total movement. Yeah. 6.
70.
Yep. So about 9 cultists come swarming towards the heart of your group, and about 5 come swarming into the front, which is where Valiant is up front. Next up is Elmon Yabael.
Okay.
There's a mess of creatures. Holy hell.
Sorry.
So Elmon, drawing his bow, points it directly at Kravar, winks and says soon,
That Kravar.
and then continues to spin the bow to the group of cultists heading towards him,
Okay.
and will fire an arrow at the same time, uttering a something under his breath, which nobody can make out, which will cast Conjure Barrage.
Oh.
Which you fire a piece of non-magical ammunition into the air to create a cone of identical weapons that shoot forward and then disappear. Each creature in a 60-foot cone must succeed in a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 3d8 damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful save.
3d8 or half. All right, that's going to be all of these guys, just not the coward in the back. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 cultists could be affected by this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Huge. We've never seen this before.
Once before.
Once?
Once before.
The tavern with the...
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Puck and Elmon.
And the
Elmon
bees.
Yep.
went rogue and went on their own.
Does this help you at all?
No, because it's, unless I can include
Pointing
that
at
in
the
damage.
inspiration.
Because-
Not in damage, no. For the
because
attack roll. But
I
roll
don't.
a
They
dex.
have to make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
So damage will be 15.
Okay. And it's a dex save throw
Yes.
versus what?
Probably
Probably your spell DC is my guess.
which I think is 14.
Okay.
13, sorry.
Uh, 13?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. And it was 15, so half of that is 7?
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe a little bit more what just happened?
Sure.
Holy cow.
It basically point kind of up in the air. Cultists seem confused by that since I'm not pointing at any cultist. And the arrow shoots out and magically disappears. And then all of a sudden, coming from up above, raining down, sort of like not quite, 300 style, arrows just start going chink, 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 and take out, looks like 4 of them.
No.
3 of them?
5 of them were
5
taken
of them.
out. 5 cultists immediately die.
wow.
And then...
And 3 more are badly wounded.
Right. And then Elmon will start heading at a dash, using my bonus action,
Okay.
towards kind of around the
Around here?
right edge of the map there.
And how does dash work?
Dash is a bonus action and allows me to basically move 70 feet.
So twice your movement.
Correct.
Oh, okay. For a bonus action.
Yeah.
How many feet is that in squares? 14.
14, yeah.
That's 14.
Wow.
And then I still get to move, right?
Yes.
So
that was
I
your
will-
bonus action?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So then I will also move, continue to head towards.
6 more squares.
Yeah.
Can you move them there? All right. Elmon racing like a fiend over the left side towards the entropy sphere and where Kravar is located.
By yourself.
Huge.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay.
I'm terrified, but you know.
Done. The cult fanatic in the corner,
Balance.
he closes in. Can you move him in 6 as well?
FYI.
And he yells at his fellow cultists, "Eat! Now is the time!" He yells at them. And he is still some distance to do anything from there. Let me double check.
They all turn to him. No!
I am not the bread.
And can you move him 6 more in? He's just too far away to get his spells off. Thank you. Demons are good.
I'm assuming that direction.
Demons are the opposite.
Yeah, really.
They're bad.
Not good.
And then Kravar's turn. He is also going to cast a spell. He's not a huge spellcaster. Was going to cast a spell to affect the charging elf. And you feel your legs start to seize up. He's also going to try and paralyze you.
Uh-oh.
And you have no hobbit here to counter spell.
Where are you going?
He doesn't roll. You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
I will use my bardic inspiration.
Yes!
12.
12. You just passed. That could have made things interesting. Yeah, he's not a good spellcaster.
Oh, no, yeah, it still would have been 12.
Wow. Nice.
I was almost
Yes.
gonna.
He casts a
Jump in
spell. It doesn't hold. He yells out, "You can't stop this!" Yes. And his buddy next to him comes running around the side. 6.
Isn't that Kravar?
No.
he's the little guy over
The little
there.
guy right here.
Oh, he was
I marked him red.
obscured by the mic mount.
And this cultist guy
A
is...
little bastard. No worries.
Yeah, but now there's 2 of them.
He's actually going to charge straight at and engage.
So you
with the
charged
elf.
thinking it was just him? That's
It's
all.
okay. I'll be all right.
The radar blips had them on top of each other.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, it is a new round, everybody. The ground shakes. The entire fortress shakes, tremors. Then the demons that were at the teleportation circle fade away and disappear in a method of teleportation you're all too familiar with. And they have gone away.
Crap. I don't think that's good.
And they're done. Everything's fine. Rill, you're up. You're still at the entrance you guys came in at, all by your lonesome.
Everything's fine. Seems to be the
Everything-
worst thing that could
everything's
happen
fine,
to
yeah,
us.
really.
Everything's fine.
We're good. Don't worry about us. The demons, what do they look like from where I'm at? How do
They
appear. Are
yeah.
they winged? Are they spiny? Are
they are not winged. They are kind of horned goatish, very lithe, and a little quick on their feet. And they have a barbed tail.
Barbed tail.
Oh, barbed. I think it said bard's tail. Uh-huh. 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, it's trouble.
What do you want to do?
I see the goat-like creatures vanish. That's the only portal over there that
Correct.
I can see?
There's one teleportation circle, and then these are the floating orbs.
And they seem to still be bound.
There were 3 groups of 2 demons each. One group just left out, got untethered and left through the portal. There are 2 other groups of 2 still attached by tethers to their floating orb.
Tethered.
Is that middle orb still there?
The middle orb is still there, but it looks fainter than before, more faint.
Is there a safe route for me to get around?
No is going to be my answer, but
okay.
finish your sentence.
Avius, to put me squarely in the middle of that mess of
1,
cultists?
2, 3, 4, 5. What's your movement? 25?
25.
That's 25 right there.
That is not going to cut it. I'm too slow. All right. Another ring comes out from my loot as a song of inspiration settles upon the old wise Avius.
And you are inspired.
Avius feels a little energized.
I did my move. I did that. And my legs are too short. I can't go that fast. So here we are.
Okay.
I feel you, real.
You feel me?
And Avius, you can go.
All right. Avius yells out, Valian, don't move.
She's surrounded by cultists.
And
She doesn't know the code word for get the hell out of there.
She hasn't been with the group long enough.
Yeah, probably.
Fireball.
There's too much trust involved right now with her.
Fireball appears kind of behind-ish that group.
What's the radius of the fireball?
Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you that
30?
the fireball radius is 20 feet.
20 feet. 10.
Avius, the goats seem to be disappearing into that circle far away over there.
Yes, yes, well,
But they're not fighting.
maybe that's good.
I don't think so.
I'm still going to...
You can. All right, ignoring the bard, you're going to cast fireball. You can catch these 5, but not quite this one
Okay.
unless you grab Valiant.
Nope,
Okay.
I won't.
Fireball is fired. Another big glob of fire.
Looking for 16.
16 DC.
Oh my
A
god.
little better roll.
How much is the damage on that?
I saw 18 just off the dice blocked by a can.
36.
36 damage.
5.
So you engulf 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cultists in fire. None of them can escape. The fire disappears and none are standing.
Even the big guy?
Even the big guy.
Oh, that's right.
I
He
have
was
a
already
feeling this is only
damaged.
part 1
Yeah.
of a much bigger
It's been
encounter.
far too.
Yeah. I'm
Great.
sorry.
Thanks for
Sorry. Sorry.
making me shit myself a little bit there, sir.
Just do what I can.
All right. Valiant, you're up. You just have one cultist next to you. Behind you a little bit is the wizard with one cultist next to him. And behind him is Rill with one cultist next to him.
Don't suppose that cultist is undead.
No.
Yeah. With a 22.
I want a misty step too.
Oh, okay.
20 feet towards. Okay.
That's a hit. You smash the guy with your, what is it?
Morning Star. Forgienda! You will taste my vengeance, heathen! With 8.
It's good, but it was just...
He's so close to you, you have to kind of like awkwardly swipe at him.
All right. You do 8 points of damage.
Yeah.
Smash him. He's hurt. His left arm crumples awkwardly. He cries out, but he is still standing.
You got a second attack, don't you?
I do.
Submit!
Yeah. 27
Jeez. He holds up an arm. No!
with 7
7 points. You crush his skull in and leave a big dented cloaked hood.
And then with a bonus action, I'm gonna close my eyes, whisper a quick prayer to myself, and I'm gonna enact the Shield of Faith, and that's going to grant me a +2 bonus to my AC for 10 minutes.
Nice.
I can't Misty Step. That's a spell. I don't know where you.
Oh, all right. What I do need you to roll, Avius, a D20 for the chaos of magic.
And I have -1 to my roll.
That does not apply here.
Okay.
This is just a raw natural 20. What's the number?
I don't know if it's 5 or 15.
What?
Because I couldn't see it, so I picked it up, and I don't know if it was 5 or 15.
Pretty sure it's 15.
Roll it again with a different die or something if you can't tell what it is. That's weird.
They're right next to each other.
It's either a 1 or a 20. I still can't.
All right, it's a 4.
All right. And then I need you to roll a second time for you to cast 2 fireballs.
That's not good.
11.
Okay. I need you to do the same thing, Valiant, and you as well, Elmon, for your arrow.
13.
Jesus, what's going on?
And 4. All right, so what you're trying to do is, with this Chaos of Magic, you're just trying to roll above the spell level of the spell that you cast.
Oh.
One of you did not.
I did.
Fireball.
Is a 3.
Is it 3? I thought it was a 4. Oh, you're saved. All right, everything's fine.
That's a scary-ass roll.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Are they making the same rolls?
No.
They're all attacking with daggers. They've been down this road before.
The problem is I'm out of level 3 spell slots.
Inspiration dice work on that roll?
Inspiration dice do not have to.
I did.
And
Hey,
don't
guys.
affect it, no.
They've moved.
Another of the orbs fades away. Its magical tendrils split off and also disappear, and 2 more of the goatish demons with barbed tails skitter away and race towards the teleportation circle. Done. The remaining 4 cultists who are kind of closing into the group, man, there were like 19, 20 or so that were very close.
23.
Is there one up there, too?
Yeah, there's still one over there. A whole bunch of them. There's only 4 that are in close proximity. However, they listen to the command that was last given to them. And as their bonus action, they reach into their pouch, small little pouch, and they take out some small little dust and place it upon their tongues.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as they do, they all start to violently lurch and become grotesque mutations. Strange growths of purpley spines stick out of their spines. Bones, purpley bones come out of like bone spurs out of the edge of their elbows. They howl in pain, but each one of them does it to the last, and they are all transformed into strange, mutated versions of themselves.
With brand new hit points.
One right next to
It went from 20s to 10, so I think we're good.
one right next to Avius, and it is just a horrifying thing to see. And all 4 of them are now strange mutated cultists. No. Not that guy.
Okay.
Not that guy. Elmon, you're up. You've been running around the side, heading towards the corner where Kravar and a lone cultist is at.
Okay.
One's got a dagger right in front of you.
Mm-hmm. So, Elmon's ready to take a figurative and literal stab at the dark. My bonus action is to run past them, to run down the bridge that has no green beam emanating from it,
Okay.
straight at the entropy spear,
Jesus.
drawing the dagger of Rakeen and stabbing the entropy spear with it.
Okay.
Wish me luck, boys.
Yeah, you're going to have to
We're paying attention to this whole horrific
get past
thing.
that guy.
Yep. I get 1 opportunity attack at disadvantage.
Well, I think this is the least of the issues. All right, you run past this cultist with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Did he? Maybe. Hold on. There might be a chance.
17 is my AC.
This could be the blow. He got a 18.
Okay, so he hits.
Stabs you for a brutal 4 points of piercing damage with an additional effect of nothing.
Okay.
That's all he did.
I had +3 temporary hit points, so I'm
Yes,
down
sir.
to
Nice.
-1.
All right, he stabs you, doesn't do too much damage. You race past him, and you go.
Guessing this already, but she said it would help.
You race past him. You go down the walkway, thin walkway of stone. There is a door on the outside of it that you can see has been damaged. It's almost like one of those Pixar movie doors, the Dream one, Monsters Inc., where they're able to swing. It's kind of like that, where there's a door frame that can be in place. It's opened, and then there's beams coming through. The one you're going past has been destroyed, so you're able to run across the catwalk with ease. You can see the pit that is on either side of your walkway. Doesn't descend very far at all, just about 2 or 3 feet down, where utter dark awaits you beyond that. You ignore all of that, and you race over. You draw this dagger given to you by Glennerin, and what do you say as you stab the sphere?
She said it would help.
She said it would help.
Yeah, I don't have anything really profound to say to this. I'm just going for it.
All right. You see Elmon, go for it. You plunge the dagger into the sphere, and Valian, you're closest. You can see the sphere reaches out and pulls Elmon into it. Elmon, make a wisdom saving throw.
What do you mean by pulls Elmon into it?
A little bit of the shape of the sphere that gets stabbed goes around his arm and his head and pulls him in.
Using one of my 2d8
I'd use both
inspiration
if I were
dice.
you.
If I can, I would.
Did you not have a D10?
No, I used that
broke
one.
it.
You
I
can't-
have 2 of the d8.
You can't stack the same
Okay,
source.
I didn't think so.
Wow.
Oh.
What did you roll?
Natural 1.
All right.
Well.
Wow.
Sorry, guys.
Blue mist does not appear.
And yeah, Rill is too far away for the blue mist concept. Can you remove Elmon from the board? Did I say board or campaign? And
I assume
Elmon,
both.
you have been consumed by this bleak, dark, chaotic energy. It pulls at your very fiber, and you feel yourself both becoming one with the sphere and yet torn apart into a million ribbons. And it is both painful, and you also feel like a bit of control. You are messed up beyond all recognition. The Elmon we know will forever be gone. However, you are not quite out of this combat. There is a chance you might be able to have some influence.
Do we
It's a
do we
shitty
feel
time
like
to roll a
Does-
1.
does
do we
that
feel a
happen right
disturbance in the force or anything like that?
No,
No, nothing. Okay.
no.
Did Avius see this?
Yeah.
What? Elmon! Where did you go?
There is no answer, as the 2 demons that are still lashed to their sphere do not move. Kravar just stands there in shock for his action. He looks at the sphere, and he kind of steps towards the edge of the little pit there, and he doesn't know what to do. He's very like, is this good? Is this bad? He is actually walking around the edge and is now halfway down the gangway, approaching the sphere with caution. He's been around this sphere. He has used the sphere.
He just never thought to touch this.
This is just entirely different. This cultist is going to move in 6 squares worth, if someone can do that for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he also will cast a hold person spell, this time on the wizard, Avius. You need to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
Can I have your bow?
No, that comes with me.
That comes with you.
17.
17. You shrug off his weak little spell. It's like elementary grade magic.
Try again, amateur.
It is a new round. Done. Moving that up. Real, you're up.
The circle, it is drawn, or is it a structure?
The teleportation
looks like
circle?
Yeah, it's big.
It's almost exactly like the ones you've used before. It's raised stone, maybe about 6 feet in diameter with runes around the outside. The only difference is these are not having someone trace their fingers like Glennerin and Avius had to do. They're already lit up. The runes are. The number's already been dialed.
Can you count out 120 feet from the circle, or at least an edge of the circle, to a point that would be close to me?
That's it. 22, right? 24. So right about there.
Move me to that spot.
You take a couple steps forward.
I can't cover the distance, and I got to try something. A shriek of chaotic noise comes from the loot. Just a strumming. It seems to start pulling at everyone's magic, just a little bit, as I attempt to entirely dispel the magic circle that is on the floor.
Okay.
Casting that at a much higher level. I will cast that at level 5.
All right. You need to make a roll.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah, and you need to roll a 6 or higher, right?
Oh, well, no, he's rolling to dispel it, and then he'll have to roll for the...
Yeah.
For the chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what does he add? His spell casting or his attribute? I can never remember what dispel magic.
Oh, sorry, I had it up.
It says
When you cast using 4th or higher, you
using your spellcasting ability.
Yeah.
I guess spellcasting ability or spellcasting ability modifier?
Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Oh, all right. So it would be your charisma then.
DC. It says here the DC is 10 plus.
That's
for
my end.
That's for the target.
that's your
That's my end. So you're just rolling a charisma roll right now is all you're rolling.
Really? I didn't
Yep.
even see that. Okay. Just a charisma roll.
Yep.
Good luck.
Good luck. Plus my charisma, which I think is good, is going to be an 18.
With an 18, a very powerful dispelling. You put every effort, that cacophony of music that you mentioned triggers, and boop, 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 boop. One by one, the runes on the teleportation circle fade away. The 2 demons that are standing on it hover there, and they wait, but their turn never comes. And the teleportation circle has been, for now, removed of its magic, and you have stopped any further egress. Wow. That was not an easy roll with a lot of magic put behind it, too.
Oh.
You also need to roll a chaos spell roll now. A 5 or less means something happens.
All right. A 3.
Okay.
This is
I need
not
you to roll
going well.
roll a number between 1 and 100. There's no range on it. It's all chaos.
1 and 100.
You need 2 here.
I want to use mine.
Okay.
If I'm going to die, I'm going to die by my hand. There's a D10. There's a D10. I've got 10s. I've got...
He's so excited. He bubbles.
One more. No, I have to use... By my own hand, damn you. I could just... I see Rill is standing there, excited, the magic's dispelled, and then this shadow of a sphere. Oh, here we go. It is a 6.
A number 6 on this chart.
And trust me, I kind of puckered a little when I saw double zeros on one of the dice, so...
A
How do you
deep
think-
sleep falls over the caster, lasting only 8 hours.
What?
And Rill goes asleep in
Can-
an instant.
Can I counterspell that?
It's not a spell, it's a chaos type
Okay.
effect.
All right.
Wow. All right.
And I will dream of large women.
Avius, you are up.
Oh,
Don't dispel them. You go to sleep.
I don't know what to do.
Half your party is now gone.
I tell me about lightning bolt. No, I want to save that.
It's best not to know. I'll just roll.
Scratch that. I'll do chill touch on this guy.
Oh, the guy who just cast on
Actually,
you and
no,
failed?
Yeah, on that guy.
All right.
Because
And what is that?
no, I
No.
don't want to shoot. Sorry,
You got a mutant cultist right next to you.
I do. I'm gonna cast Misty Step.
Okay. Keep in mind you can only cast one spell per turn
Right.
unless it's a cantrip, and then you can cast 2.
Yes. So I Misty Step, and I'm gonna go over by Valiant.
Okay, how just like here?
Yes.
All right.
And
Phew, you disappear 20, 25 feet or so
then I will do
next to Valian. Side by side, the last two standing.
chill touch on that cultist right there.
This is a wall. This is a wall. This one here?
Yeah.
Okay. Is a ranged attack?
It is.
All right.
It's a touch range.
It's not a touch, was what we found out.
It's not.
Yeah, but it's named.
It's just named.
All right. Make a roll. Spellcasting roll.
Yep. Eh, 12. No.
12.
13.
Let me check. This was mutated cultist. Has an armor class, natural armor of 13.
So did I do it?
You hit.
Yes!
Sunk in.
Um,
How much damage does that do?
1d8 of necrotic. And
Okay.
that's gonna be 3.
3.
3 necrotic. And he can't regain hit points. And is it undead?
No.
No.
Okay. Great. You do that. He takes damage. He can't heal for the next round. Is that what that
Correct.
means? Okay. Got it.
Till the start of my next turn.
3 damage was that halved?
No, it was not halved.
So he went from 10 to 9?
No, he went from 22 down to 9, but I don't have a
Okay,
third
22,
colored die.
gotcha. Yeah.
So yeah, we're all good. Valiant.
I would not say that.
Valiant, you're up.
Yeah, this shit went south fast.
From where I'm at, do I think Rill can be woken up?
You may make an arcane roll. Not your forte, I imagine.
17?
He absolutely can. You see him even just going like, no, don't wake, not now, Mom. No.
But you need a wish. Wake! Whoa, what? You're spending it on me? Haha, I'm so touched.
So you run over there. As your bonus action, I'll let you wake him up.
Okay.
Will, you have awoken. You are still prone.
Don't call me Will.
Oh, Rill. And Valiant, you still have an action.
Oh, that man in front of me.
This weird
What happened?
mutated spine.
Who are you?
You're going to hammer away at with your Morningstar.
Natural 20.
Max damage.
And I'm gonna go ahead and put a level 2 smite on that.
Ow.
Okay.
That's max damage.
Yeah.
You don't need to roll.
Which means
Yeah.
you don't roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. 32.
32 points of damage.
Oh.
You need to use that smite.
Yeah, it had like 19
I
left.
had 19.
You race over and just deliver. I'm even imagining you drop your shield on top of Rill to wake him up, and then with 2 hands bring this Morningstar and just splat this thing, sending bone, blood, and purple crystalline chaos segments flying through the air. And Valiant, you just have this almost barbaric grin across your face, and you're done.
Alien, thank you.
That was for Puck.
Oh.
I've got this Valiant-shaped blood silhouette. I think I disabled the teleporter, but they're behind you now.
Two demons who were unable to get through the teleporter race into this fray very quickly across the battlefield.
I'm already sorry.
Bump, bump, bump.
Oh, I'm awake, but I'm still prone?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, don't get any closer.
All right. There are 3 mutated cultists. One runs up behind you, Valiant, and strikes. Let me double check. These guys have not attacked yet. Strikes with a spined... Oh, God. Spikes with a spined attack. You and duck down, pick up your shield, and smash it as it rolled a critical failure. Roll a d8 for damage, please.
Can I have a blue mist?
6.
6 points of damage. Wow, that guy, I never saw that coming. Another one, two of them race up to Rill. One has enough energy left to get an attack off this round, is attacking Rill with advantage. And gets a 15 to hit.
I believe it's a miss. I want to believe it's a miss. It's a miss.
Okay. You roll this way. You do the leg split thing, and
Yes.
the attack goes between your legs.
Actually, I kind of tuck back down to try and go back to sleep, and I roll over. Misses.
All right. There are 5 different chaotic planes of existence that are all focusing their energy into one area. You can sense this, Elmon. You can sense some deep, horrible power far, far below the city of Talus that is feeding off of this energy. And you may make another wisdom saving throw. And none of this is for your benefit.
Okay. So should I not roll? Should I not keep the inspiration?
No, I'm not saying it's necessarily good or not, but I'm just saying
Right.
there's no...
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to use my last inspiration
Okay.
ever. 25.
25 is high.
Wish I could have got that. Last round.
Turn to go.
And you...
I'm sorry, 26.
26.
Yeah.
You sense your life essence fading away, Elmon, as you are being merged with this chaos. But at the same time, as you're merging with it, you also get a sense of some control and some power.
It's mine. It's
This
all mine.
entropy sphere was created a long, long time ago by the Dread One. It was found and connected with by Gull thousands of years later, and he created Goth Gulgamel around this entropy sphere. And he used it to create the Utterdark. It is a massively powerful thing. And then, probably a couple hundred years after he faded from existence, a Lich was able to get his way into here, was able to use it in his efforts to do the impossible and breach the Bane Warrens, and use that to create the breach that you guys came through for the Bane Warrens. However, he was not able to fully control it, and he caused damage to the system, hence the damage to it. And there's been one other person who has used it, and that is Kravar, who has sacrificed, and I'm incidentally mentioning it, there's probably a dozen or so dead cultists around this entropy sphere pit that sacrificed their lives for him to use it to control things. And now there is one last individual who has some sort of influence over this tremendous power. And Elmon, give me a sense of some sort of direction you would like this chaotic energy to take as your final action. Not able to connect with your friends, not able to say anything to them, not ever able to see them again. but you're able to do something.
My sense, the last bit of Elmon's will is to attempt to devour any evil anywhere near the entropy sphere.
Okay.
That is Elmon's desire and wish to destroy, devour, decapitate, destruct, some more D's. Anything that is of evil intent, near, around, in, as far reaching as he can get.
Well, Avius is gone.
Hey!
And you rolled a 24?
26.
26. You have that thought, and that is the last thought you have as you fade from existence.
Bye-bye, Elmon. You were fun.
You are no more. You do not get to see the results of it, but there are results. The rest of you can see at that very moment a terrible scream as Kravar, who is 5 feet away trying to figure out what's going on, he is not pulled in by the sphere. The sphere is taking action against him, and he is hit by a thin little beam of purple energy that hits him and almost impales him through the arm, holds up his arm almost like a little marionette, and he just goes, "Ah!" And another one hits him, and another one hits him. Then there are 5 hitting him, and he is slightly lifted off the ground, and then another. And at the same time, the cultist that is maybe 15 feet away is pulled in by no physical force, but doesn't reach the sphere, and it tumbles into the utter dark out beyond it and disappears from existence. And also,
Jesus.
some of the demon and remaining cultists are just slightly pulled towards the entropy sphere. Those 2 demons over there move half the distance and are pulled from their tether and are being pulled towards the entropy sphere. And then all of the now 15 purple lines that have pierced Kravar all split wide open into a huge 60-foot cone, separating him into many, many, many pieces. And Kravar has been shredded apart.
Wow.
And the entropy sphere is that guy also takes just a 1 or 2 step, perfect. And the entropy sphere continues to start pulling in darkness and evil. Done.
What is Elmon doing?
Can you move those 2 demons? 2 demons that are close to the entropy sphere move 4 spaces only as they are pulled towards it, and they fight hard to try and get. That's their full 80 movement they just tried to do to get away. These guys are distracted. That one's distracted. This one is able to move in, and he holds his position. Bum. That cult fanatic he can see Valiant. He doesn't have any more of that spell. He's going to move in. And he's closing in with his dagger. He doesn't have an attack coming. Dun. Kravar is gone. That guy is gone. Wow. And then you hear a huge gong of a bell.
A 4th?
A 4th emanating gong of a bell. And it is Rill Stumprunner's turn.
I pop up to my feet. I'm able to do so. Oh man, I have got demons in front of me too.
Actually, can you hold off on that, Rill?
I will hold off.
Hold that thought.
Oh, there are many thoughts.
Hold that thought. There's a huge gong. And some 40, 50 feet away, there is a big almost like a rush and a wave from different sections of the fortress of that black, tenderly magic you've seen from outside, almost like wispy clouds, rush in. As it does, it forms and coalesces into a humanoid shape. Wind starts to blow. Both demon, cultist, and hero look in that direction. And the cloud-like shape fades away, and you are left with a figure standing there, kind of hunched over and rising his head up, almost like taking a breath for the very first time in a long while. He is a black-robed man, very pale skin, wearing a rusty-ish crown upon his head. And before you stands Morien. The black magic starts to swirl, the cloud swirls around him, and he's got this misty stuff just circling and circling and circling, but you can still make out his form. And he rises and says, "I have arrived! I live again!" And he has now joined the battle. We're going to do a new initiative. As always, best of luck. Avius, you're first.
Tell me about lightning bolt.
It's about 60 feet away. Lightning bolt hits a bunch of guys in a row.
Oh, that's right. Okay. And does 86 damage. Do it. Can it be... if I were to do lightning bolt, I would like it to go...
It goes in a straight line.
Okay. I can still make... I move... right there.
Okay. That's good. So you back up a little bit to catch a strong cultist, a mutated cultist, one of the demons, and Morien all in one line of lightning bolt.
Yeah. Nice.
All right.
So I move over there and I raise up my staff and I just point it forward, fling it forward as if it was like a whip or something, and this big bolt of lightning unfurls out of it in a straight line 100 feet. And I say, "Welcome to the Bane, or welcome to Gothgamel."
All right. They have to roll dex save throws.
Yes.
Do you still have your inspiration intact?
I do.
Oh, you do.
I'll just remove that guy with his critical failure. All right. And Morien himself. Where is he? There he is. Got it. What's your dex, your spell DC?
It's going to be 16.
All right. Lightning blasts everywhere down this line.
For 27.
27 points of damage.
Yes.
You slay the mutated cultist next to Valian. You badly wound, but do not kill the cultist fanatic, and just light him up. He's burned badly on his right side. You do 27 points of damage. You also light up one of the demons that was charging towards your group. And last but not least, you also hit... and you killed one of the mutated guys.
Uh-huh.
And last but not least, you hit Morien and blast him with lightning, and it is completely absorbed by the clouds spinning around him.
Ew.
Maybe that's what the dagger was for.
Well, now we got to go in and get it.
Just pull your
Not
sleeve up.
recommended.
You see an arm reach out of the entropy sphere.
Like the Lady in the Lake, yeah.
I'm one in the sphere.
Morien is next.
Oh,
goody. Fantastic.
He gets blasted by you, Avius, and he is not pleased by that. He looks at you and says, I keep the souls of the weak and frail before they leave this world, and I take great pleasure in tormenting the soul of your little goblin. Each day he begs for a mercy I will never give him.
Eat shit!
Eloquent as always.
Goblin force, motherfucker!
And he is going to cast a nasty little spell upon you, sir. Let's find out. Where is it at? Range is good. You feel...
I'm gonna cast counterspell.
You feel a tremendous parchness reach your lips, and you smack your lips, but like all old men do, you start feeling very dry, and you can cast counterspell if you like.
Level 4.
Level 4.
Can I have range to him as well? You don't mind?
You cast counterspell, and he laughs and reaches out his hand to draw your moisture and vitality and life from you, and nothing happens as you counter his spell entirely. You want to range to him?
Yeah, Rill's range to Morien.
60 feet.
Thank you.
60. All right. He also says, what does he say? Behind him, the smoke billows out a little bit, and you can see an image beyond it, as though it's a portal you're looking through for just a brief moment, illuminated on the smoke before it parts. You can see some sort of old dark church, and from that church image you can see flies a ghostly black ghost figure with a great sword that comes floating in. You have seen this once or twice before when the bells rang ages ago, and it sweeps into the area behind him. Just comes in, and Morien says, "My allies join me from worlds beyond," and is quite pleased with himself. And I think that's enough of a turn for now. There. This guy is struggling against that wall. However, this demon is closing in right towards Valian. The first demon has finally arrived and is going to attack you with its tail. Oh, God. Lashes out with its tail and gets an 8 to hit.
No, sir.
It's going to blame the weird entropy sphere on this one. Lashes out, but you also sense there is a sense of disgusting rot around this demon that smells very foul, and it's throwing you off your game a little bit. Just FYI. That demon is done. There's two demons that are near the entropy sphere. The far one moves in 5 spaces, struggling against the power of it. However, the nearer one gets drawn in and disappears into the utter dark around the entropy sphere and is gone.
Yeah.
The cult fanatic.
Ah, man, what a critical fail.
The cult fanatic. He is just freaking out, desperate, strikes at you with what he can think of right now, and that is a single dagger blow. Oh my God, did he get you? I think he got you. 19?
No.
Oh! That was a good roll for him.
That was in character, too.
That's a really good roll. No.
He's like,
No.
I think I got you.
Done. Next,
Fighting with his eyes closed, jabbing at a demon. I think I got you.
Valiant, you're next.
Polo.
I'm gonna go after that demon in front of me.
Just finger gun?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. With a 23,
Good God almighty.
who are you going after?
the demon.
23 counts, but before that, I forgot. rotting presence on this demon. When any creature that isn't part of his allies starts within 30 feet or more, you must make a Constitution saving throw.
30 feet or more?
And you are you projecting
Less.
this
33 or less.
field?
Yes.
So that's me too, right? 30 feet?
When you start your turn.
Oh,
I'm gonna use a inspiration dice.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the.
and he's got a vitality
Just
protection aura something.
Ooh. 14
Is enough.
Wow.
You resist the rotting presence. Continue with your turn. You got the hit on.
Yeah, 23. And I'm gonna use a level 1 divine smite for 13. 17 points of damage.
All right. Do those divine sights say after, right?
Yeah.
Man, that is powerful.
And that's radiant damage?
That's a good question.
Yeah, what kind is it? It might be affected.
Yeah, radiant.
You're good. You do a big blow. You hit. It is still on its feet. You have another attack coming?
Yep. Critical fail.
Critical with a 1?
Yep.
Oh, there is a bard right next to you.
There is.
Hold on.
A blue mist, a serious blue mist appears now. This mist darts out and spins around, and you see briefly cackling on the back of this demon is a misty rill, just distracting as all he can. And the demon slightly turns away and then comes back, and you can reroll.
With a 19
Is a hit.
Nice.
for 8 points of damage.
All right. Big smash. Another smash with the Morning Star. He's still standing, but you're doing some damage. Done. Rill, you're up in this new initiative track.
Fantastic. I am already on my feet, correct?
Yes.
No.
I then am now on my
I don't
feet.
think. No.
I thought he was.
What did you do last turn?
I think you
Thought he stood up.
you interrupted me.
What was your action?
I
I don't think you did anything.
was.
He didn't do anything.
I think we skipped your turn.
Oh,
This is your
So he
first
gets
turn.
2.
So,
he
not skipped your turn. Initiative happened. So you do need to stand up, I think.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Then-
half your move.
half my move. For my action, the lute firmly in my hand, I strike a chord everyone is familiar with. It is a very high-pitched chord. It echoes out, and it seeks out shiny metallic things, and it goes from creature to creature to creature, and ultimately sets upon the crown of Morien. And it begins to glow hot and hotter and hotter and hotter as it becomes a level 4 heat metal spell, doing 48 damage now and 48 damage as bonus actions later on.
All right.
So I will do
The
that.
spell fails.
What?
Cannot pierce through his magic clouds that circle around him. He looks at you and says, just this disappointed shake of his head, "You fool."
But I have a good joke for you. I then
That dagger would have been helpful.
I resigned
We'll be
myself
saying
to the
that
fact
weeks
that he
from
is-
now.
that he is using cheat codes. And from my backpack, using a bonus action if permitted, I pull from it the phantom hourglass and slam it into the ground.
Yeah, and he takes notice of that. His cockiness. It's not like he's terrified, but he's just like, oh, okay.
You should have just let that pass through.
Like the game's changed just a little bit
What
now.
does that do again?
It negates. Let's see here.
Negates necrotic.
Negates fear.
Oh,
negates
fear.
necrotic.
Right.
And it negates psychic damage.
Okay.
In a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
And that's just
I need to scoot up.
on.
All right. Oh, that turned out pretty interesting. 1, 2.
That's permitted with a bonus action. I can
Sure,
do that.
I'll go for that. A mutated cultist, the last of the regular mutated cultists, charges about 10 feet up to
Extra
Valian. And it is going to try and do something. These things have had a lot of trouble getting their attacks in, the poor things.
Yeah, poor thing.
Yeah,
Hitting
we
you
feel
with its
terrible
again, a good roll. I got an 18.
No.
She's so heavily armored. Oh, wait. It gets 2 attacks. Maybe that's been my secret fumble. 22.
Nope.
What?
My armor.
Armor, shield of faith.
You cast that out? You have 23 armor?
Yeah.
They have to critical hit
Yeah.
to get you. Wow.
Yeah.
He will have a seat. Done.
Just walks over to the other dart, tumbles in.
Done. All right. Closing in. Can't quite get there. Oh, the entropy sphere, though. These guys are incredibly fast. They scurry, they leap incredibly quickly, but there's this constant pulling to the side of this huge energy. It's pulling them towards the entropy sphere. They're able to hold their position far away from it near the party, but it slows them down. So Avius, this goatish demon, comes racing up to you, but it is not able to get its attacks on you at this time. Rill, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. We skipped that on you. You were next to one of these demons.
Stink.
Yeah, the rotting
stank.
presence.
The stink.
The demon stank.
Plus 3 on that, sir.
Plus 3, thank you. And Constitution. Is a 9.
9. All right. Where is he at? There he is. The presence, the rotting presence, overwhelms you. You take 4 points of necrotic damage plus 2 more for the other one. 6 points of necrotic damage.
Which
That
is all
Does
canceled
the
out.
shield protect me from that?
her shield.
The Phantom Hourglass.
You ignore it all. The Phantom Hourglass. You just see a few extra little crystalline things go down in the hourglass.
Something stink here?
Yeah,
just the chip.
Perfect.
Borrow
Yeah,
this.
there you go.
We'll use
Yeah,
this
yeah,
as
yeah.
the-
I kind of just wafted in as
Sure.
though it were a perfume.
Like you're cooking a
Yeah.
bolognese.
All right, it is a new round. Avius, you're up.
I'm up.
You do see. Make a perception roll.
Okay.
Make a perception roll.
Perception.
You may not see.
Ooh. It's gonna be 18.
You do see his wispy cloud shield around him is a little more visible. You can see him a little bit more, so there's a little bit of thinning to it.
Okay.
So even though your magic and Rill's did not go through, it's not impermeable and impervious. Thank you.
Do I have a sense of if that's naturally decaying or if it's due to the...
Make an arcane roll.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That's 23?
Okay. You have a sense it is based on just the raw amount of damage and magic that's affecting it. You think it would still be a lot of damage that will be required. But
Okay.
he's
Or some mundane arrows would come in handy.
And he's about
60 feet away. No, from you,
Yeah.
80 feet away.
80.
Does he count as evil? Is the sphere having any kind of effect on him?
No.
No.
No effect at all. Not even a bit on any of the wispy clouds and stuff that surround him.
He's
All right.
80 feet away.
He's actually lawful good, but you guys just don't get it. I just
We've
don't
been in the
agree.
wrong
Yeah.
the whole time.
He's on a whole different level.
We're the bad guys.
I know.
We're the baddies.
Have you seen our hats? They have skulls on them.
Okay. So I'm going to cast 4th level Fireball.
Where? Like right here?
Yeah.
Would catch this one, this one, this one, this one. You would catch all of the cult-related people left, except for like Jimmy way over there in the corner, who I've pretty much forgotten
Jimmy
about.
do nothing?
He was told to protect the teleporter at all costs. He is not leaving it. Yeah, there's about 5 or 6 enemies you can catch with this close range fireball. This deck saves?
Deck saves 16.
Deck save 16, okay.
Get after it. Ugh.
Oh, man. The one closest to you didn't see you cast the fire. He thought you cast a spell at him and missed. Instead, the fireball goes behind him, explodes. He takes the brunt of it. All the other ones take only half damage.
Okay. 19.
19. You do still a decent amount of damage.
Oh, wait. 20.
Okay.
Well, that makes the division easier.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it adds a point of damage to the hacks.
All right, you blast that guy.
No, 'cause you rounded up.
I thought you rounded down on that.
Yeah, I thought you rounded down.
Always down.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been cheating this whole time.
Done. And where is he at? 20. Oh, well, that was really low. Bad damage. And where is this guy? Oh, he has taken a bunch. The cult fanatic, casting his spells and striking with his dagger, who was so proud of his last attack, succumbs finally to the pain and the fire and cannot continue. Done. Nicely done. Any movement or anything? You good where you're at? You got this demon right on you. Oh, you also need to make that rotting presence. How far does that?
10 feet.
What am I? Just a straight
Constitution
20?
save?
Oh, Constitution save?
Uh-huh.
So that's
+5 for the wizard?
19.
19, you're good? Great. And then you need to make a chaos magic roll.
That's a 17.
You're good.
Everyone so easily passes it.
I move into the realm of the hourglass.
Okay. Like right over here?
Sure.
Okay. It's an opportunity attack that thing gets to make on you. It misses. Being blasted by the fire, it's distracted. You're able to slip by. You are now very close to your team. We have Valiant up front, Rill and Avius behind with the hourglass between you guys in this last stand circle the wagons formation. You've got a couple demons that are closing in on you guys, and then maybe 60 feet away is Morien and this wispy knight guy.
I say, okay, Avius 3, we can do this.
Jesus.
Savage. I thought it was the Katorum.
Maybe it starts to feel the pull.
That'd be awesome. All right, Morien holds out his hand, this time towards Rill, and with his other hand, he swirls up more portally magic behind him. The spell at you, Rill, is also, you feel very dry, parched, and life essence fading from you. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Ba-bum.
Nope, doesn't count, sorry. Constitution saving throw. So sorry.
An 18.
+3.
21. With Valian's blessings upon me.
All right.
I have a feeling you've saved my bacon in big ways. Stop looking at me like that. There's many dice being rolled right now.
You take 36 cut in half points of damage as he drains your life essence, and none of that happens as it's necrotic damage. Oh! Yes. I just read the word necrotic damage. Okay.
In mocking to him while he's there, I go, ooh,
Yes. All right. He is not pleased by this at all. He will be focusing his attention on that. However, with his other hand, he does raise up a billowy cloud behind him of darkness, of dark cloud, and you see a nightmarish landscape of black obsidian rock with a bright red haze rising out of a huge crevasse. Some distance away, you can even hear the echo of an army of undead soldiers marching in a long line. Watching them is a skeletal face that turns away from watching them and then steps through this portal into Gothgul Gamel, into your world, and he has brought forth a giant skeleton. This is a huge skeleton, similar to the one you evaded in the necropolis, and it has an old rusty scimitar the size of a wagon with horses, and it comes striding in. It is quite tall, quite intimidating, and Morien says, "My army will storm across your world and enslave your people. And I hate that hourglass." He's done. The ghostly knight.
They're not affected by the entropy sphere?
They're not.
All right.
The ghostly knight flies. Let me double check.
Does that portal remain, or did it close back up?
It closes back up. Every time he does one, it goes to a different place and then closes back up.
Eliminating legendary actions would probably help in that.
Yeah.
The ghostly knight flies towards your group, phases through the wall, has his sword ready in one hand. It's a great sword, but isn't using it to attack. Instead is getting his other hand ready to reach out and touch someone, but has not engaged the group yet. He's kind of hovering on the outside before he can make his strike. Let me add the giant skeleton to this chaos, shall I? Done. It just got added. It is not up next. Next up are the three demons. One's right next to you, Valian. Where are the demons? There's the demons. It's striking at you. No, and it's just impossible, right? Yeah. 19 is not enough.
Suck it.
Lashes with a barbed tail. Another one closes in on Avius and strikes with a critical fail.
That's my line.
With a critical fail, you wave your hand and do just a little bit of prestidigitation and on this guy alone, you remove his entire rotting presence effect.
Yeah, that's flowers. That's much better.
You sprayed him with Febreze is what happened. But in this day and age, it's magic.
Bad cat.
Okay. The other demon can get into the fray, is closing in right in front of Valiant, but it's so slowed down by the entropy sphere, it does not get its attack in. The mutated cultist is going to attack Avius. Unable to get through the shield and protection of the paladin, turns to the old man next to it and attacks. 22 and a 10.
What type of damage is that?
Well, so one hits, right? With the 22?
Yep.
On the 22, Avius looks pretty healthy to me.
We're all healthy.
What type of damage is that hit?
We don't know, because he might be affecting the hit.
I will not be.
Okay.
This is...
All right, so he hits you for 4 slashing and 3 fire. 7 total damage.
Okay, I absorb...
All of it.
Oh, you have your shield up?
Hold on. I use absorb elements. So the 4 slashing you said?
4 slashing?
I take that
To your shield.
to my my
Abjuration shield.
Arcane shield.
Nice.
Arcane ward. And then where is it? With the
Also, he moved in close. Morien stepped in 20 feet.
Good.
Morien stepped.
and I
Okay.
absorb half of the fire damage.
Okay.
So 1.
Yes.
So I take 2 fire.
Okay. Hey, every little bit might help.
And you see like these flames kind of go through my pupils as that happens. I take that fire damage.
All right. Valiant, you're up. At the start of your turn, make a Constitution saving throw.
19?
Doesn't matter because you guys are totally resilient to the necrotic damage. Never mind.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys are totally safe.
I love that thing. Okay, the demon to my right, damaged pretty good, I think, I hope. Going to swing away.
Go for it.
Critical fail.
Critical fail! You wake Rill up a second time. Rill, you see this giant morning star come right at your head, and just as it does, what happens?
Who's giant morning star?
Valian goes
the failure was heading
swinging
your
as a
way.
critical fail.
Oh.
She's about to clobber you.
About to clobber me. Rill himself turns into blue mist. The blue mist encompasses the is it a mall?
It's a morning star.
It's a morning star, encompasses the morning star, and then travels up and down your arm. You feel yourself turn right back around as though you were ready to swing again, and you may make your roll.
Woo!
13.
First attack against that guy is a miss.
Swing again. For fucking Jesus Christ.
Another miss?
Another miss.
All right. You swing, you cannot connect. Rill, you're up.
I left too much mist.
Think a fan, HEPA filter.
Cut the special effects sound, please.
Let's see. Oh, this is so wrong. That's happening. Morien is still making his approach. Once again, I play out a tune that mimics the sound for the metal.
Okay.
Find the metal! And I try to strike at his crown again, hoping to get past the
Heat metal.
the clouds.
All right. What level is this?
This is level 4.
Level 4. You cast the spell. It fails. However, you see there's just a little bit less wispiness or of protection around Morien. You do not have to make the critical spell failure roll.
Okay.
What percentage of translucency are we at?
I can't give you a specific number, but it's not a ton, but you can. It is noticeable.
All right.
All right. Anything else, Rill? You good?
There is some weakness, but it's slow. I'm at present. I'm doing that. No, there's nothing further.
Okay. The mutated cultist attacks you twice and misses easily with both attacks, Avius.
Me? Okay.
Doesn't get you at all. The giant skeleton is next. And starts stomping over the broken rubble and has its giant scimitar ready. There's a bit of a litheness to it. There seems to be like he's ready to get into a scrap for sure. He's still about maybe 10 feet away. And he's got his big sword ready. Hopefully he can deal some good damage, I'm hoping.
Got some jab and weave going.
Yeah. That's it. It's a new round. Our top of the round is Avius.
Is there any persistence of the sphere affecting anyone presently?
The sphere is not affecting anyone presently, no.
Okay.
Avius, having just absorbed a little bit of fire damage, and you saw the flames kind of like up through his pupils, turns to the demon on his left, and first he nods and thanks the the mutated cultist. Thank you for that extra oomph. And he turns to the demon on his left and takes in both hands his staff and swings at him.
You're smacking him with your ancient staff.
Yeah. Now, question on these inspirations: do I have to use it during my roll? Okay.
Yeah.
Not Rill. Your bard inspiration, he can apply after the fact, right?
He can apply after the fact before you make a determination.
Right.
Okay.
But the
And this-
DM
after the
inspiration
roll,
is before.
So
Before you
you
make a
can see the
determination.
die, but before you find out whether it hits or not, you would have to use it.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm just gonna do this for now. 9, 14.
And if you want, you can now add
If I want. I can't remember what their AC is
reels.
for the demons. Anyone?
It's not high, but
I say
It's right around 14,
roll it.
15.
Enjoy
Yeah,
it
yeah.
because you never know.
yeah,
I'm gonna go with.
You're going to let it lay at 14.
14.
You successfully smash this guy with your staff.
4.
This,
He's trying.
this demon.
And that was 2-handed strike. So for 3, 4, 5, 6,
This is
5. 5 points of damage.
big 5. It had-
Take that!
It had 15 left, so it's still standing. Crack!
Doink.
The ancient staff cracks in half. Your teleport is it? No,
No.
just kidding.
Can I have Rill's range to the giant creature?
15 feet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I will do. That's all like. That's not even my cantrips. I don't think they are.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. It is Morien's turn. Morien, very frustrated that a lot of effort and energy and magic has gone wasted on his end as well, reaches out with one hand behind him to open up a portal again behind him. And with his right hand, he stretches out and does a Darth Vader chokehold crushing motion and shatters your phantom hourglass. It is destroyed.
No!
That's no good.
With his left hand, a billowed cloud appears behind him, and it forms a brief portal. Yes?
Can I attempt to counter that?
No.
Oh, damn.
It's an effect, not a spell.
All right.
It's a large black portal shimmers once again. This time it shows an old iron portcullis of some sort of castle, and then that image instantly disappears and is snapped away into a new image. And Morien turns around, a little confused. And you can just barely see some snow-covered mountains before the massive form of Carverath, the red dragon, bursts through the portal with tremendous force and smashes into him and crashes on top of him. You see Carverath is messed up, head hanging half lifelessly, teeth missing, arrows still sticking out, gutted damage and exploded guts and things still hanging off. And the head kind of limply turns with dead eyes, looks over towards the party and says in not too much of a dragon voice, a little bit of an effeminate voice, "You didn't think I'd miss this fight, did you, darlings?"
Oh, yes!
And Morien is just, "You witch!" And she, with the dragon, rises up and breathes a huge thing of fire and flame, and Morien and the dragon are all consumed by fire at this moment. So there is a tremendous amount of little fire, a big fireball around the dragon and Morien, and his turn is complete. Next are the demons. There are 3 of them that have surrounded your group. Let me bring them up. There they are. And they are trying to get an attack on Valian. And one does with a critical. Finally, you have been scratched. You have been hit for 8 points of piercing damage, and you need to make an important Constitution saving throw.
22.
Oh, God. All right.
It's Valiant.
Yeah. There is a slight hint of a poison from its barb, but you just scratch a little bit and it just goes away. It's a little bite. Nothing big at all. Avius, however, has some barbed tail goodness coming at him. Man, and a 13's the highest of the 2 attacks.
Nope.
Cannot get through. These demons are struggling. Maybe it's the entropy spear.
It's shards of the phantom glass stuck in them and annoying them.
Stepping or floating close up is the ghostly black knight floating towards Valian with a great sword held in one hand. The black knight, knight on knight action, reaches out with his hand and tries to touch you, Valian. You need to make a... no, he needs to make a roll. That's
I
not
will
good.
possibly be attempting to intervene.
Against your armor class, rolled a 20. Not enough.
No, sir.
I stay my words.
You were able to keep the beast at bay. It touches you, but just instead of hitting flesh, just touches your metal armor, and its spell discharges, but there's no effect. Let me double check him again. There we go. Okay, good. Then, next up is the crazy mutated cultist. And Amius, you are just a staff-spinning, defensive-blocking martial art badass right now. Like 4 attacks right now are just blocked. All done. Valian, you're up.
Okay, the demon to my right there.
The most wounded.
Yeah.
Good choice.
An 11.
11 is a miss.
I'm gonna do it again and use an inspiration dice. I'm really struggling here.
Okay.
26
Is a hit.
And I will invoke Divine Smite.
You grab it with one hand to hold it still, and then strike.
17, 21 points of damage.
Had just 7 remaining. You have slain the demon. That was this one.
For Elmon!
It squeals and kind of curls into a ball of goatish head, lithe body, and tail as it dies. You have a move left and a bonus if you have anything else you want to do.
Nope.
Is that one of the things we encountered in the mansion, in the, our house now?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Good memory.
The hourglass is lost!
Oh no.
Rill, you say that as you look up. It is your turn. There is a giant skeleton, 20 feet tall, 25 feet tall, with a huge scimitar. It is barreling down on you right now, but it is your turn.
Well, thank goodness. I wish to sidestep and get behind and use Valen as cover.
Okay. That's your move.
Then a tune unheard of starts to resonate and it builds. You actually start to see some of the blue mists start to appear and kind of wash out from Rill and around everyone else, and seems to find its footing on where the demons are standing, where the creature, the mutated creature is standing, and even where the larger guy is standing. And then there is a boom as tons of energy just shoots everywhere as destructive wave gets unleashed. Unleashed. I think I'll say unleashed.
I like unloosed.
Unloosed.
And that's up to 30 feet.
That's up to 30 feet.
That will capture 2 demons, the ghostly knight, the mutated cultist, and the giant skeleton.
That is what I want to hear.
All right. So what's rolled? They have to roll?
They are rolling a Constitution saving throw, which I imagine will be...
That's different than they've rolled before. Constitution saving throws. Versus what? What do they need?
17.
Miss. Miss. No. That's a pass. Miss, pass.
Thank you.
That's got to be a miss. And the giant skeleton has +5. Misses.
How much damage?
1 pass.
1d6.
Huge
1d6.
destructive wave gets launched out. What's the damage?
The first portion of damage is 5d6 thunder, plus 1 for my strings. Let's see. That's 12 damage thunder.
Okay.
13 damage thunder.
All right. You've killed the mutated cultist.
The next portion is 5d6 radiant damage.
Ooh. It's 5d6 plus 5d6 damage. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Plus 1.
Yeah, the +1.
That looks a little better. Let's see. 17, 19, 20 points of damage.
What was the total damage?
20 points of
Was
damage.
well, both types combined.
Oh, of both types?
Yeah.
No, is, the hell did I roll before?
15?
35.
35.
35.
All right.
There you go.
If you +1, that's 21.
Oh, did I do the math wrong?
Mm-hmm.
The 36.
Thought I did. No, 36.
All right. Bunch of damage.
I gave it to you in 2 portions because...
Yeah, I got it.
Thunder and all
You
that.
slay the badly wounded demon next to Avius. You hurt badly the one in front of you. The knight. Checking his resistances. Nope. He takes it all. Got it.
Is anyone there still... did anyone resist?
That demon right there did.
Then
The last
he is the only one who is standing then. As everyone is knocked prone as well.
How much damage was it again? Did we say 35?
36.
I got that one. I got that one. And you also badly wound the giant skeleton as well. That was huge. The others are knocked prone.
Everyone who failed the save is knocked prone.
All right. He's fine. The ghostly knight is not knocked prone as he is on his feet. Has no feet, was what I meant to say. But the giant skeleton who's about to come charging at you gets knocked down. Don't know if that'll make a difference. We'll soon see.
Soon see.
You need to make a chaos spell failure roll.
I feel sleepy.
What level was that?
That was a 5. 12.
Okay, you're totally fine.
I go to sleep anyway.
The giant skeleton stands up for half its movement. 5, 10. It just cannot get to you, Rill.
What? Really?
By 5 feet. It's shy.
Thank God I moved to the...
And it will instead attack Valian 3 times with its scimitar. You ready for this?
Sure.
24, 24, and 12.
2 hits.
2 hits.
One of the 24s, he fell. Rill gets up, looks at him, and starts speaking in a very weird language, something he learned in a bar a long time ago, and makes fun of his poor coordination in undead speech.
All right.
And
How was
watch him
that?
get furious. And a 24 becomes a 14.
Wow. Max roll. So you got hit just 1 time then. Great effort. The scimitar, the old rusty huge scimitar does finally slash and draw blood on Valian. You take 15 slashing damage. Minus any heavy weapon, heavy armor bonus you have, which I think is 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
So big, that could have been 45 points of damage. It got dropped down quite a bit. The skeleton is done. Done. It is a new round. Avius, you're up.
I want to move just to the left of Real. Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
And using a bonus action, I whip out from my belt and my robe my minor harrowing
Oh, I
rod.
thought it was going to be a staff of detect magic.
No. Are you magical? My minor harrowing rods, and I do some acid damage.
Yeah.
Skeleton.
Wait, you don't know what it does? I got to look it
No,
up.
I don't.
Kind of lame. Lameness is this lameness.
I want to say 15 points of acid.
No, I think it's a roll.
It's a roll. Minor Harrow Rod.
66.
They need to make a dexterity saving throw, so it's the giant.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's going to be very close.
What's he roll against?
Dex save. He rolled a 15.
Again, is it?
Your spell DC.
No, it's in here. It's part of the magic item.
My rod, my whatever the rod.
Okay, so that one. You do 9d6 acid damage.
Okay.
Holy hell.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One charge only, and he just used it.
$26.
26. All right. Huge gout of acid, green acid, sprays across a section of this black tiled floor. It sprays the giant. Though he failed the saving throw, he has the evasion ability and is able to claim half damage only on it. So he does only take 15 from that. However, behind him, about 15 feet, is this big fiery mess of dragon head, wings sticking out of fire, howling roars, flame, black magic casting, and everything. And then you just add a whole bunch of acid on top of that mixture.
How far did that thing go?
It goes a little bit of a distance. And you add some acid to that, but you can't quite see the effects yet until now. As the fire subsides, and once again you see standing perfectly safe is Morien, the dragon or remains of the dragon. Carverath lies dead around him, and he looks angry and pissed off. Morien does. The dragon's totally gone, just consumed by the magic, the black magic that Morien was casting at him. And Morien then turns around, and then he gets a look of concern. As you can see right through him, there is absolutely no shield protecting him in any way.
Ooh.
He steps forward and casts a spell, a simple little spell, at Valian. Valian, the parchness grasps at you as well. You need to make a Constitution saving throw. You're good at these.
14?
14. You
No.
fail.
Oh, it doesn't work for you? Damn.
It's already added in.
Oh, it's added.
Not too bad. You take 34 points of necrotic damage. Massive blow as you feel vitality and moisture just drained from your body. Morien just cackles and laughs. Next to you is the Knight Valian, and the Knight, totally missing with its spell, is going to try and do it to Rill and moves away, and you can get an opportunity attack on it.
Okay.
Go for it. It's a free attack. Unless you want to save your action for something.
Oh, I was just looking to see because I do have. It doesn't matter. 20.
There's a hit. You smack it as it moves by.
Can I add the Divine Smite on this?
What does Divine Smite
That's
read?
the one where I.
No, what does it read?
When I hit a creature with a melee attack.
Yep, that's what this is.
You teach him not to walk past you.
Is he undead?
He is.
Yeah.
A smile comes across her face.
So 6d8 coming at him.
Oh,
What?
Good God.
Level 3.
You're going huge, empowering
Yeah,
this huge blow.
Fuck this guy.
Real kind of shields his eyes from all the crazy
30
energy.
points of damage.
Oh,
Wow.
He has 30 exactly. Oh, He comes swarming, fading through you, Valian, moving past you, heading right towards Rill, reaching out a hand. And Rill, as you see this and you flinch, giant morning star comes smashing on. Huge radiant damage goes blasting out, and this ghastly knight has been destroyed and removed from this world.
Imagine just the morning star hitting him in the back, and then just bursts of light come through him. And
For Gienda, for Puck, for Elmon, go to hell, you demon.
The demon right next to you.
what? Me?
I'm out of here.
Demon next to you strikes twice, cannot get through your armor. The cult guy is gone. Valiant, it's your turn. That wasn't even your turn. You have a giant skeleton next to you. 10 feet away is Morien himself. It's a demon next to you.
Giant skeleton. Oof. With a 27.
That's a hit.
I'll use a level 2. He's undead. I'm assuming that skeleton.
Yep.
Wait, is that right? Yeah. Oh, more. Jeez. 25.
25 points of damage.
Yes, sir.
Bonk.
What type of damage do you do?
This is radiant. Piercing.
Piercing. Okay.
And then the extra is radiant.
All right, cool.
And then another, I'm gonna smash him again with a 17.
17 giant hits. You're taking off huge sections of bone. They go flying across the room.
15.
15. You remove more rib cage segments. That's it. Next up is Rill.
God, it's just so much damage
I
and
know.
brutality going on.
She also took a lot too.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I'm just quickly checking here. Okay, there's that. There's that. And there's that. This is very interesting.
What you call?
With the skeleton itself, actually, I don't know.
You got to make a decision, or you're just going to do all defense.
You're going to give me 5 seconds.
Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2,
I am casting
1.
on Valiant.
A spell.
A spell. This should be fairly interesting. It might work, it might not, but we'll do that.
What's the spell name?
It's called Life Transference.
Burst?
So the way this spell is cast is it's everything goes kind of quiet, at least around you and I. Time just kind of slows down a bit as you see movement and whatnot. To your left and to your right, as you start to hear a sound reverberate from Rill's lute, 2 figures appear next to you. They are old, they are spirit-like and wispy, and they glare at you intensely, Valiant. And as the song plays, they look more towards Rill, they nod, and then they lay their hands very carefully upon you. And what you're not seeing, since you're turned away, is just furious playing going on behind you, but not a sound that you can actually perceive other than this low hum. And you start to feel yourself invigorated. That's what you get. Now let's see what you get.
Yeah.
This is 4d8. I'm casting it at its base level.
Okay.
That is 8. 21. You will heal 21.
No.
Oh, you will heal 42.
Yes.
Nice.
Wow.
And I will take 21.
Oh.
There's a price to pay.
Oh, you have to.
Life transference.
Oh,
transference.
wow.
All right.
Any errata? Or
Anything else?
That is it.
He is done.
What I think.
Okay.
Oh, that is very efficient
Okay.
and
I'm fairly certain. You might.
All right, the giant skeleton does the step, does not draw an opportunity attack, but does take a step and is attacking Avius. Avius, you are being attacked by this giant skeleton, not once, not twice, but thrice.
Wow.
Critical fail right off the bat.
Should negate the other two attacks.
I
Wow.
feel like it should.
Its sword comes down. You hold up your ancient staff and you shatter its rusty scimitar in half.
oh,
The giant skeleton will continue to get its remaining attacks, but it'll be reduced damage as it tries to pummel you with its fists.
Okay.
18
Okay, that hits.
and 17.
That also hit.
All right, 10 bludgeoning and 10 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Woo. And that's it for that guy. All right, Avius, you're up.
I did.
You had some extra.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
Avius, what you got?
What you got? What you got? What you got?
There are 3 enemies left on the board. There's one demon, there's a giant skeleton with missing lots of bones, and then there's Morien just 10 feet away. What do you want to do?
Yeah, that's a bonus action.
Not for Avius.
It's a ritual.
Yeah.
I just need to look up. Okay. That.
You got to decide. You got to keep it going, guys. 5, 4,
Oh. Okay.
3,
All right.
2.
I'm going to do
1.
resilient sphere.
O'Toole's resilient sphere.
Yes.
Okay. Who are you casting it on?
On. What's my? How far away can I cast it?
30 feet.
I believe on Morien.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Morien is within range, yeah. All right, he must make a dexterity saving throw. Morien sees the magic coming, dives out of the way, and instead you knew that's where he was going, and he dove into it. And is now entrapped within O'Toole's sphere.
That's my action. And
Can you describe a bit
yeah.
for those of us who don't know what it does?
I look at Morien, I catch his glance, and I hurl my fist at him and let go of this invisible ball that just grows as it approaches him, and he's encapsulated in this 10-foot sphere.
You bubbled him.
I've captured him in this moving sphere. That's my action.
All right.
And now
How long does that last?
1 minute.
Whoa. Can we still cast on him inside the sphere? Or is he absolutely protected?
Nothing gets
Nothing gets
He
through?
is protected.
That's fine.
However, he also can't get anything out. And then I say, "Hurry! Push it towards the Underdark!"
Whoa.
Oh, interesting. Very
What about the
interesting.
entropy sphere?
Or that. Maybe not that.
All right. It is Morien's turn, and he is going to make an arcane roll. It's not so great. Morien starts to cast a spell to try and get out of it. It does not work this round. He appears to be getting quite frustrated. He starts cursing at you guys, but you hear nothing. You hear nothing.
We do the hand up to the ear. What?
A demon moves in towards Rill, triggering an attack by Valiant. Opportunity attack.
Yes.
You've already done one. You've already used your reaction. It attacks twice. The 7 and the 20 against Rill.
It wasn't a natural 20, was it?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
You've been hit then?
I don't think I can use the words on myself. No. I can.
Okay.
So I will. It goes, I've been mocking Morien for the longest time. I just see this, and I just tell him my best joke, which has to do with undead. And I use the cutting words.
A demon, a lich,
ability.
and a skeleton walk into a bar.
There you go. There you go. And I subtract not enough 3 from his roll. He'll still hit with a 17.
Okay, you have been hit for only 8 piercing damage. And you must make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Will do.
Plus 3.
A 15.
15?
Yes.
You resist the poison that was
Whoa.
going against you. It's not a pleasant poison either. Nice. He's done. Valiant, you're up. Same 3 enemies on the board.
I'm gonna go after this bubble. The bubble that Morien is in.
Okay. And what are you going to do with it?
I'm going to roll it towards the Underdark.
Okay.
So I'm gonna probably get a couple opportunity attacks.
Right, so you're going to move it here.
Yeah. Over
Towards
here.
that pit
Towards
there.
Over here.
Okay. Nothing. And nothing. 2 attacks are made by enemies, but you get behind. That's 10. Your movement speed is total of 60. So that would be 50. That would be 25. Halved. What did I say? 50 is 25. Yeah. 5, 15, 20, 25 is where you can get that. As you push and push this super monkey ball containing Morien.
Imagine the look on Morion's face.
He is holding his position as the ball starts rolling around him. He looks back, sees kind of where you're pointing him, and make a insight roll.
With
Bonus.
10.
10. You have no sense of what's going on inside that sphere. I can assure you it's nothing to worry about. Rill, you're up!
Die goes into the bag, by the way. They penalize the die itself. Who's in front of me? Boom. Oh, and that's going on.
So Valiant's left you. It's you and Avius up against a demon and a giant skeleton.
Sorry, Bard.
Don't worry about me. What about Avius? Man. Grasping my knowledge of the dead language, I look to the skeleton itself and tell it a story of other creatures who've gone before, who've marched into battle with better weapons than the crap he's holding.
Okay.
And I try to get him with hideous laughter.
Hideous laughter. He is immune not to laughter. Go for it.
He can roll for a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
right now.
no! He is a master of constitution. He is a master of strength. He is -2 on his wisdom saving throws. That is not good for him.
Yeah.
6. He enjoys all of that joke. He's never heard that knock-knock joke before.
He collapses to the ground prone and will continue to enjoy laughter until he can resist it.
All right. The giant skeleton is on his hands and knees. He's not chortling or anything like that, but he's totally incapacitated, can't seem to focus on any orders. It's just a total tactical nightmare.
Imagine it
His jaw is
starting
just
as
clapping
a,
up and down with no.
Tick, 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 like with teeth.
But it just starts slowly. It's like,
And then I move
Imagine something like
towards
Skeletor.
Valiant
Yeah.
at my best speed.
Skeletor's laughter echo.
All right, you can get
1,
behind.
2, 3, 4, 5. I think is my best.
Okay.
more, the gingerbread man from Shrek when he gets really big.
Oh, yeah.
Remember
The demon did not get a opportunity attack on you.
That's what I was counting.
Yeah.
He exhausted himself.
It is that demon's turn, however.
No!
And it turns around and continues turning and charges Avius. It does a spin move and attacks 13 and a 14.
No and no.
Oh!
Wow!
Yeah.
Ninja wizard.
Jeez, so many blows you've missed. It is
Giggity.
And Avius is tallying everyone.
it's Avius' turn.
I was gonna say he didn't make a comment, and then it all went south.
Avius Misty Steps. 20, is it 20 feet? 30 feet?
30.
30 feet.
Okay.
Avius Misty Steps 30 feet towards the bubble.
30 gets you right behind him.
Can it get me beside him?
No.
Okay.
It can
fine.
get you there.
And then I, with my, and that's bonus action.
Okay.
Using spell. Then with my move, I begin pushing the bubble.
And your action. So you can do a move if you want right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Right?
So that's, yeah.
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 Who's that bitch?
Yeah.
Is pushing an action, or is it a?
Uses his move.
Oh, okay.
So you can just do a move. All right, so that's 60 feet.
How big is this sphere?
10 feet.
60 feet, I'm doing my math right because it might matter. Cut in half because you're pushing the sphere is 30 feet. So that's 6 spaces.
Does Avius get an insight roll?
3, 4, 5, 6. You push him right to the edge of the utter dark. So there's this huge drop around the entropy sphere. There's green energy blasting the entropy sphere. There's a huge pits around it, and you've moved Morien in the in your magic bubble right up to the edge.
Bonus action and 2. Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Wow. Wow.
I'm just looking at Morien in the eyes, and I'm just grinning.
You may make an insight roll.
Okay, I will.
Good luck, sir.
11.
11. You glean nothing from Morien.
Okay.
Maybe. Nope. Morien looks back and sees what you're doing, knows what you're doing, stops trying to cast his spell he was trying to get out of there, and is just watching the physical location where you're moving him. And right at the last moment, as you bring him to the edge, he spins around and throws his whole body and physical effort, desperate to stay alive and functional in this world, against the edge of your bubble, sending it across the chasm and into the entropy sphere. As soon as the bubble touches the entropy sphere, the magic bubble disappears, and he joins into the entropy
I
sphere.
don't think that's what we want.
Well, we'll see.
And the sphere starts to pulse and bob.
The wisdom saving throw?
And the entire...
Does it?
go ahead.
It doesn't negate movement. It allows for inertia inside the bubble.
Yeah,
Yeah. You can move yourself.
you
from
can
the
move yourself
inside.
over here.
Okay.
And the whole place starts to rumble, and the 5 beams of energy get a little bit wider as they force their power into the entropy sphere. It is the demon's turn. Charges in on Rill and attacks you for 9 and 21.
That'll be a single hit.
Barb's tail hits you for 8 points of piercing damage. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Plus 3.
18.
You resist the poison. Nice. Demon is done. It is Valian's turn.
And the concentration remains for the laughter.
Okay. Valiant just stops and looks at the entropy sphere.
Yeah. Not knowing what to do, she's gonna do what she does best and move back towards this demon and swing away.
All right. You've done a lot of damage to him.
18.
18 hits.
Ooh, hold on a second, let me check.
Are you going to power? Do you have any spells left to power up your blow?
I do, but I'm not going to... I'm not going to use it.
Okay.
7 damage.
7. It now has 10 remaining.
I'm swinging again. With a 10.
10 is a miss. 2 strikes and a miss. Rill, you've got this demon right next to you at about 10 feet, 15 feet behind is the laughing skeleton on the ground.
And I turn towards this guy off in the corner.
The cultist, who's not done anything.
Johnny, do nothing. Over
Yeah. He just waves.
there. I got the teleporter.
Yeah. No one's touched the teleporter! Yay for Johnny the cultist! I'm not with them. Hooray, you rescued me!
Know those guys.
I disengage, taking a step back,
All right.
potentially behind Val. I
It
disengage.
critically fails.
Oh, doesn't disengage.
Oh, disengage. Yeah, never mind. Sorry, I misheard that.
It gets the benefit of the reroll too. With that, boom. I use the rest of my movement to make my way towards the entropy sphere / pit.
All right, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect.
And I am spending the rest of my time, whatever's available the next turn, to find if there's a way to shut these doors or anything like that.
All right.
Yeah,
Deal with that in a bit. The giant ends its turn under your laughter, and then he gets to make a roll.
Yep. 17 is the number.
10 total. It continues to be completely incapacitated by the spell.
He gets hit with that spell.
He gets another roll. But 17's not easy to get.
The demon attacks you, Valiant, with some nice blows, but it just scrapes against your protective armor and does not get through. It is a new round. The entire place starts to rumble again, and you can maybe... I'll let all of you guys make insight rolls, disadvantaged except for Valiant, who's looking the correct way. Not insight, I'm sorry, perception rolls. It's a notice thing. So sorry.
17.
That might just be good enough right there.
14.
Okay.
10.
10. With a 17 Valiant, you can see off in the distance through some of the halls and doorways back away where there's been a little bit of sunlight and moonlight coming through. Far away. It hasn't been affected this scene much. You can see the sunlight dominate the area, and the moonlight completely disappear.
Whoa.
Okay.
And not Valiant, but Rill and Avius, you can feel the chaos of the magic affecting your spells has faded.
Okay.
F-flat. There you go.
There you go.
And Avius, it is your turn.
Avius looks at the entropy sphere
I don't recommend touching it.
and with both hands flings them out.
Oh, you can see there is a dark silhouette inside that sphere.
With both hands flings them out and casts Old Tuluk's resilient sphere around the entropy sphere.
Oh,
And pushes it to the.
you're casting Otuluk's
Resilient
sphere around the entropy sphere. All right.
Does that cause the former sphere to disappear?
it already did.
It
Already disappeared.
when it touched.
All right. You cast it around, and it is instantly popped
Damn it!
by the beams of energy that go through.
But things can't go through it.
No, but it can be disintegrated. You have a move left.
Try.
I walk away. I walk over towards Valiant.
Okay, you can move towards Valiant.
30 feet. Just muttering to myself.
You hear a booming voice coming from the entropy sphere. Where is the one named Yabael? He will die first. And a huge section of stone, like a perfect cone of jagged stone, comes smashing down at the two closest people, which are Rill and Avius. You guys need to make dexterity saving throws.
It's a 19 to evade.
All right.
16.
All right. You guys are able to just barely get out of the way and get scraped by some of the rocks and stuff that come tumbling down around this huge pointy section of stone. You guys each take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as Morien has gotten a step into his plan that he wants a little earlier than he anticipated, but he now has a massive amount of magical power that he's bringing down to bear around this structure. The demon's next. It attacks. God, gets a huge roll, but doesn't get a critical against Valiant. Can I get through your armor? Valiant, you are up. You can see that some of that wispy black cloud stuff that Morien arrived with, you can see a bunch of it kind of slowly just floating in from the sides of the room.
Okay, I'm going to Misty Step away.
Away from the fight?
Yep, and then move into this door.
Okay. You have Misty Step towards the entropy sphere pit and are standing behind the door. The door is made of, your back side of the door is made of all metal of a type you haven't seen before, has a different colored metal frame, and it's all solid. On the other side is the opening, which goes into some bizarre planar realm where this huge beam of green magic comes out of.
Is this door just floating?
No, the door is in the ground. Yeah. It's as though it was part of the structure.
I want to swing into that door.
You're behind, you smash the back of it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good luck.
Fuck if I know. 17?
Okay. You smash the back. You don't see like you've done any damage. You have another attack you can make.
Uh, 24?
24! Huge blow. Does not seem to do any damage to the door. Valiant is done. Rill.
Seeing that Valiant is trying to make some effort on that, I will attempt to dispel magic on the door itself.
Okay.
This is a 3rd level spell.
Okay. You will need a roll.
I will need to roll.
Yes. Sing your song. You cast Dispel Magic.
17.
17 has no effect on the door. You have a move left.
I move close to where Valian is at that door.
The two of you are next to that door. The giant skeleton ends his turn and tries to resist with a 14. Cannot. The demon pounces on Avius. A 14 and a 23.
23 hit.
23 hits the wizard for 8 points of piercing damage and make a Constitution saving throw.
18.
Oh, you're good. You guys have dodged that poison so well. Avius, it's your turn.
I use a bonus action to pull out a.
Oh, and just in case this may or may not affect you, I don't know. The mist that's appeared on the sides all starts to form like a little bit of a wave about 8-10 feet tall. It looks like there's a whole bunch of portal type things, dozens and dozens of them forming on all sides.
Mm-hmm.
I take out a vial of greater healing.
All right.
Bonus action.
Where do you have your health at?
40.
Okay.
What do you have it at?
60?
We'll go with this.
Yeah.
I think it's 40.
Okay.
You quaff the potion.
So I do 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, plus 4, 13. 13 points of healing. So now I'm at 53. And I don't have a lot of options. Cast Thunderwave at the demon.
Thunderwave at the demon. Okay, is there a roll?
There is a Constitution saving.
Oh, he rolls Constitution saving through.
Yeah.
Ah, critically failed. Max damage.
So he's first of all he's pushed 10 feet away
Okay.
and takes 16 points of damage.
16. He is still kicking.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
This was, he has been wounded, but not heavily wounded. Okay. Morien.
You guys just hear this.
Big, huge blast. As soon as you do that, you see the 6-10 foot wave of blackish clouds on your left side of this chamber. On the south side, on the right side of the chamber, the clouds, the dark texture fades away, and instead you can see a black crevasse with red light and huge rows of undead, tons and tons of them. And stepping through is a 20, 30, say 30 armed and armored undead skeletons, and another 30 over here, and probably maybe only 20 over here. And another giant skeleton also appears as he has opened portals to the dark nightmare realm you guys had visited once before, and is bringing forth his army into this very chamber. The wounded demon leaps right back at you, Avius. Strikes twice, 16 and 23.
1 hit.
All right, you've been hit for 8 points of piercing and make a Constitution saving throw.
Critical. No, that's a 7. That's a 7.
7 total?
No, at 9.
9. You have been poisoned. So you are at disadvantage on any rolls that you are going to make.
Okay.
Any saving throws they're making, though, are not affected. So your spell attacks, your saves, that will affect things. And strange boils appear, and your skin starts to become bizarrely infected by this demon. You think as you scratch it, like, what is this? You think you even see a fly come out of one of the boils on your skin.
Nice.
This is not good.
Which part?
Valiant.
I had hope up until then.
Right.
Valiant, you see this chaotic mess. It is not looking good. You are standing behind this door. Rill's next to you. You've hammered away at this door. What would you like to do?
I'm going to take a step just back around Rill. I'm going to... touch him on both shoulders, and some blue energy comes out, and I'm going to heal him with Lay on Hands.
Okay.
For 20 points.
Oh.
I stepped back, so all three of us can use a hit dice if we would like.
You can roll one hit die. Spend a hit die and heal.
Okay. 4.
So a lot of healing just went off. Tons on Rill.
5 on me. There you go.
And then I'm going...
And what type of action was that?
That was a full action.
Full
to
action.
Lay on Hands. As a bonus action, I want to kneel down to Rill's height and... Mr. Stumprunner, may I get into your bag? And I want to pull out the box.
Okay.
The hand in it.
The box with the hand
Oh.
into the Bane Warrens.
Okay.
As long as Rill allows me to do that.
No.
Rill,
Very quickly produce this sack for you to do what you will.
Rill, you open up the sack, you pull out the hand, but Valiant, you can't grab it yet. It is, that was a lot of inactions that turn.
Okay.
Rill, it is your turn. You have your loot in one hand, the hand in your other hand. There are no enemies near you at the moment. There's a whole bunch though coming on the sides.
Right. I hope the Oracle gave you some good news. I hand you the hand. What is your plan?
To put it into the entropy sphere.
Rill, you probably have this action left before you are swarmed by all the soldiers, at least 10, 15 soldiers on the left-hand side.
Okay. I'm very curious. It says specifically in the description for the bag of holding that I have that it's kind of allergic to extra-dimensional spaces in one regard.
Okay.
In that regard being, it refers to another item specifically, but it says extra-dimensional space. Would that count for these doors?
Probably not.
Probably not. Oh, okay. Well, I am out of ideas.
Wrap it around the entropy sphere.
It's not that big of and we win.
Got it.
I set upon one more blessing upon Valiant and
What kind of blessing?
the inspiration.
Inspiration is given to Valiant.
I've not much energy left. This is all I can give.
The giant skeleton does not stand up. The new giant skeleton that enters the fray cannot quite get to Avius. A whole bunch of soldiers, however, do. We'll just scatter a whole bunch that are closing in, and there's some more closing in, more closing in there. And a whole bunch of skeletal soldiers march in and close in around here. They don't get any attacks in this round, as it took all their movement to get to that spot. The demon gets to attack. It is attacking Avius. Misses and misses. It is a new round. Probably the last round. Avius, what would you like to do?
Avius.
And you guys may take all the time you like.
Yeah. Damn. Avius has been watching Valiant and Real, their exchange, kind of has an idea of what's going to happen, and shouts over to them, "It's been quite a story," and then turns back around, takes his staff 2 hands above his head, and brings it down on his knee once and says, "Who's?" Twice. "Ready!" 3 times. 4! On the 4th time, "Adventure!" And snaps the staff in half.
Wow.
With 9 charges available.
All right, you've snapped the retributive, I'm going to pronounce that, strike ability of the staff. This does a massive explosion of damage. It will do a lot of damage, possibly to who's nearby, and doing lesser damage the further out they are.
Right.
Doing a lot of that damage to the wielder as well, although there is a chance the wielder can be instantly traveled to a random plane of existence,
Correct.
never to be seen again.
Right.
There is a huge explosion of magical energy. The ancient staff, which has existed for many, many years, is split in 2. Big crack, and you had 9 charges?
Yeah.
All right. You do 12 times 9,
Yeah.
which is 108 by my math,
Uh-huh.
to everyone within 10 feet of you.
Yep.
Doing massive damage, destroying all the soldiers, and the brand spanking new giant skeleton is also instantly destroyed. You do 81 damage out to 20 feet, and you do
72. Or,
Is that recursive?
54.
Does that damage wash back over the first few that are surviving?
no.
Oh,
Just
okay.
the blast out.
Okay.
You do 54 up to 30 feet. Are your friends within 30 feet?
I don't think
Yes.
so. Are they?
I am.
They can take, yeah.
All 4 different guys attacking you miss. With a 1, a 4, an 8, and a 5 that I rolled. You step over, you then break that, and the farthest reaches of this broken staff do not reach your friends. You also do massive damage to the tons of soldiers that have closed in right behind Rill. So all of these things are wiped off. How much damage? 54? Yeah, all of those guys are wiped off. So there's still like a few over in that corner. These guys are gone, and then there's still maybe 30 more way out over on this side. You just bought them precious time. And you need to make a roll. Avius is gone.
What are we doing? What are we rolling?
This is now just for his fate in the future. If we are going to roll a die, if it's an odd number, any die you want, if it's an odd number, he takes 108 points of damage, which I believe kills him.
Yeah.
We'll just say it flat out kills him.
Yeah.
If it's an even number, he disappears.
Do you have an inspiration die?
But
I'm dead.
And Avius is vaporized in his final act.
All while this is going on, there's still a skeleton on the floor laughing in the corner.
No, he's dead.
Oh, he's vaporized too?
Yeah. You got it up the ass.
Yeah. All these guys are gone.
Wow.
One of you, a huge, another big spike. This is 40 feet tall spike, not unlike Lysiar's stone spikes she dropped down, comes crashing down between the 2 of you, and I will let you guys decide. One of you needs to make a dexterity saving throw to deal with it. The other will be fine.
I got it.
I will do it. I'm paying attention. You're looking at a hand.
Okay.
Rill takes it.
Here we go. Let's see. 14.
Plus 3.
That's a 17.
You take half damage. 20, 25, you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage. That could have been a lot worse. Valiant, you are pushed aside by Rill, who is able to get you away, and this huge wedge of stone comes between the 2 of you. And you rise up onto your feet, and you have this key to the Bane Warrens. The hand of Danar is what it is in your clutches. it is your turn.
I walk up to Rill. Again, kneel down to his height, and I say, "Little one, I hope this works." And I misty step right here.
Right beside the entropy sphere.
Pull the hand out.
Okay.
And I say, "For Gienda, for Puck, for Elmon, and for Avius."
List is getting long quick.
And plunge the hand into the sphere.
You plunge the hand into the sphere. There is a resistance, almost a desperate need of the sphere to get away from that hand. So as you push the hand in, it folds and dents a space away. As you go in, you keep pressing until you finally get a weird concaved shape to this sphere. And you see you have moved enough of a sphere that what was a dark humanoid shape hidden within the sphere, you can now just see flowing black robe cloth of Morien has been exposed as the sphere is parted around the hand. And what else would you like to do?
Swing a Morning Star.
Okay.
You swing a hand. Bitch slap.
Like Three Stooges style.
With the... Oh, I don't have to use that yet, right? The
You can
Bardic
use it after the
Inspiration.
roll, yeah.
I will definitely use this. 19.
19 is a hit.
And, is Morien undead?
Yeah.
He's as undead as they come.
He loads the spell slot for you.
You're loading it up with massive radiant exploding damage.
My last spell slot.
What is Rill seeing from outside the sphere? Just this glowing energy now?
$32 points of damage.
32 points of damage.
38 points of damage. I didn't add my +6 with my weapon.
With 38 points of damage, you smash into the exposed section of Morien, and there's a huge radiant blow, and the entropy sphere is cracked in twain. This powerful thing, in part due to your blow, in part due to your radiant magic, and due to your anti-undead efforts, and all of that is fused with your shield, which is gone, is now a hand that you hold. And this is Daynar's hand. Daynar, known in his previous life as the Dread One, created this sphere long ago. And the sphere cracks in half, and Valiant, you need to make a wisdom saving throw from the blast of chaos energy that is thrown your way.
25?
A little better than my roll.
She's built for chaos spheres.
30, you take 15 points of untyped damage. And you are blasted and knocked 5 feet back, stay on the bridge, and are knocked prone. Rill, to answer your question, you see there is a huge Morning Star smash radiant energy. The sphere cracks in half. It is, and it tumbles left and it tumbles right and tumbles away into the oblivion of the utter dark, which it itself helped create long ago. The sphere tumbles in and disappears into darkness. Some 10 feet away, on the other walkway, laying prone on his back, is Morien. His crown has been knocked from his head. He is rising up to his knees. He looks incredibly incredibly shaken. His skeletons off in the distance stop. They are still there. There's about 30 or 40 over there. There's a couple more nearby, but all of them just stop and wait and watch. Rill, Stump Runner, it is your turn.
I don't know what to do. Jeez. Man, oh man, oh man. All right.
He's about 10 feet away from you, on his knees on the walkway over the Underdark pits, trying to get his senses.
All right. Where is the crown?
The crown is 5 feet away between the two of you.
Between the two of us?
Yes.
Rill, in all due haste, races up and snatches the crown from the ground.
You walk over there, you are standing before him, and you snatch up his crown and have it in hand.
And I hold it precariously over the Underdark. And I try to gauge his expression if he's paying attention at all.
You can make an insight roll.
Where's my insight? 21.
That's a good insight. He looks bewildered.
Bewildered?
Yeah, and not necessarily even at what you're doing.
Oh.
He has had a taste of the absolute power of the Chaos Sphere, of which he was able to control, and was just violently removed from it. He is stunned. There is no essence of magic about him right now, and he's just kind of looking up at you like an accident victim who just got out of the car type of a situation.
Okay.
He looks up at you, Rill, and says, "I did all of this for her."
And you, Morien, of all that has happened here, have failed. You have fallen to Morien. You have fallen to Valian. You have fallen to the faith. And you will be forgotten from this day forward.
What would you like to do?
I throw the crown into the Underdark.
Yeah.
You throw the crown into the Underdark. He kind of slowly reaches out for it and then stops and looks at it forlornly. And it doesn't just tumble, it's just gone. And like there's no way of it ever coming back. Valian, you are on your feet. What would you like to do?
I want to sheathe my Morning Star.
All right, you've got it hooked around your loop belt.
Go up to Morien, pick him up, and throw him into the Underdark.
All right, you grab onto Morien, you lift him up, you heave him in with one last grasp of 80s horror movie vindictiveness.
Yeah.
He grabs onto you as you throw him. And you're going to make a strength versus strength roll or be pulled in. Let me roll first. I'll roll first. He's got a -2.
And he's prone? Does that
12.
Oh.
23.
He is thrown screaming, "Yeah!" and goes quiet as he disappears into the Underdark, which is a terrible concept, for he cannot easily be killed. And it doesn't matter. He has now just been tossed into oblivion. He has not been killed. He will just keep going forever, never to return. And
For Gienda, for Puck, for Elmon, for Avius, for Rill, and for Valian,
And for Tullus.
and for Tullus.
the skeletons remain motionless. Their heads slightly look at you when you move around, but they do not engage. The portal wave around them fades away, letting no more of the army into the realm. And the two of you are left standing, Valian the Paladin and Rill Stumprunner. You take your leave of this place, and there's no easy way to go about it, and it takes a while to make your way back down. And you leave.
No airship, son of a bitch.
No airship.
Too bad you need the hand to get out.
You
I
leave.
still have the hand.
Oh, yeah.
He does. You leave the spire and you return back to the city, climbing out of that basement of that tavern, and feel sunlight on your faces once again. The moon is gone. It was removed by Morien in his efforts to keep the chaos stuff at bay. The moon is gone. The dark shadows around the spire are gone. And time passes. In the battles around the city, Glenerin's Skycaller and her elves held the dock against orc warships. Her father perished in the battle. She herself was dealt a brutal scar across her face and neck, which she conceals with magic to everyone. And she does her best to conceal the scar of the loss of her love when she finds out Elmon perished in the battle. Tallis City was victorious in its efforts to defeat the orc army. However, food shortages due to the orcs ravaging the landscape led to rationing and riots for quite some time before things returned to normal. Due to hatred of orcs, there was quite a bit of violence against half-orcs and goblins in the city for a while as well. Another interesting thing that occurred is due to the loss of a demolished Imperial army, the Commissar, returning victorious and already beloved by the city, was able to take a bold step and have Tallis leave the Empire and become its own city-state.
Oh.
And is now completely independent. Time continues to slip by. Months and months and years slip by. Yash, Samara, and Gannis, they tend to the manor, which is now solely owned by Rill Stumprunner. Valiant doesn't stay there. But they keep an eye on Puck's garden and find themselves forever taunted by this weird, fiendish demon laughter in the walls. It is 5 years later, after the events of Gothgul Gamel. Invites have gone out to meet at Middle Hawk's Inn to those who survived, and the first guest has just arrived. The barkeeper Nor, he looks a little more tired. There's a few more wrinkles around his eyes, but he smiles wide as he sees the friendly face of Rill Stumprunner enter. Welcome! You made it!
I'm certainly glad I could, what with the new responsibilities I have now.
Come in! And he gets you free food and drink, obviously. Valian, you show up. She's looking, not casual. She's never casual. Resplendent in armor, Lothian garb, very official. She comes in, and the two of you share a few stories until the third and final guest arrives, and that is one Olgrim Shieldbiter. Olgrim, you were given a second-in-command position before the war started. The death of your captain, you quickly took control of the ship and did quite well in the battles and renamed the vessel Deanna.
Nice.
And you now stride in, and Nor is happy to see you. Olgrim! It's been too long.
I miss the informality of all of this. It is good to be back here.
I've got some dishes to be cleaned.
Yeah, no.
You guys,
Hard to clean dishes with one hand.
you guys gather, you share a bunch of stories, talk about what you've been doing. Rill, what have you been doing these past 5 years since Gulgamel?
Rill has undertaken to forming the manor as it is into a musical conservatory, if you will. So it's not just a place of just creating magnificent bits of music, but teaching others of the music. But more importantly, it also serves as a shrine to the heroes of Talos, not just of the party, but other individuals who have departed through combat and loss another one. That's been the big thing for him.
All right. What about Olgrim? What's Olgrim been up?
Olgrim has been securing the lines for the city-state now being formed. So he's been flying just patrols, nothing too serious, but mainly establishing outposts and even relegating himself to using it to move construction stuff. So the lumber guy, for example, hauling up huge amounts and taking it to the far reaches and then setting up those borders and whatnot.
All right. What does Valiant share about what she's been up to during these 5 years?
She stayed in the city, risen through the ranks of the conciliators, just still protecting the city, or still keeping an eye on everything. She does try her best once a week to visit Rill, who she grew quite attached to, and likes to share tea with him and listen to him play music. And just lives a somewhat peaceful life now, and stays true to her faith.
The night goes on. You guys share stories of your old adventures. Olgrim tells a lot of great tales, such as the time Elmon got an amazing series of shots to win the fair celebration.
Founders
Founders Day
Day,
celebration. Was the champion of that archery competition. He tells about the time Puck hooked up with a boglig. And there might be some sort of paternity issues going on there. And then he also tells the time about Avius, who Rill, I think, shares this one. Shares the time where Avius got all full credit for successfully taking down multiple orc warships.
I did that. That was me.
The tavern, after several hours, it's late. It's gotten quiet, and it's kind of the conversation's kind of waning down. And before the party heads their separate ways, and Olgrim snatches up a tankard of ale and delivers one final toast to it all.
Raise your glasses, gents and ladies. The story has been long, the road has been rough, but all has been fought and well won. To the lost, to our friends, to those we have yet to meet, the story goes on. Forget not a word of it, for it is everything that we are. And he pulls back a drink.
The three of you drink. Our view pulls back from the table, out the window of Middle Hawks, We pull away from the city streets and soar over the homes and shops of the city. We can just make out Tass's scriptorium, Otaric lumber, and the Navean bowcraft in the distance. The tall mast of the Nettle can be seen in the docks. There's the green and gold steeple of a great Lothian temple, the walls of the necropolis, Malil's estate, the Pale Tower, Lenarin Manor, where Rill has taken up residence. We pass over Eridithil's home, race over the white walls of Dalengard Fortress before flying past the great spire that watches over the city of Tallis. And we will end our campaign here. Woo! How about a round of applause for Seth playing the role of Valiant and Puck?
Absolutely.
Great job.
Thank you.
And then taking on the role of Rill and Olgram. Christopher, nice job. And then Chris doing Elmon. Woo! And last but not least is Tim. Good job with Avius. And that's all she wrote.
And Tom.
Yeah, for Tom.
Yeah, for
Pretty
sure.
amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so our campaign comes to an end. It has been a fantastic adventure. From our heroes talking to each other down at the docks back on episode 1, ending all the way here now inside the Spire in Gothgol Gamel, battling giant forces of evil. It's just been amazing. The heroes have been triumphant. They've saved the city, they have saved the world, but not without paying the price. Elmon's untimely and quick death, Avius sacrificing himself in the end, and let alone the other heroes who never made it all the way towards this final adventure. It has been absolutely amazing. Thanks as always to Tim, Seth, Christopher, and Chris, and especially to you listeners. We so appreciate you coming along on this journey with us. We love having you here. We love having all the comments that you've sent. We've read each and every one of them and appreciate all the kind words and support. So the Inglorious Bards Season 1 officially comes to an end. Until next time.